Colorado. It's Stanford coming in at 1-4 against the 4-2 Colorado Buffaloes. Coach Prime right now the epicenter of the college football universe. His team 2 wins away from securing a bowl berth. And Travis Hunter, one of the most imperious and dynamic, indomitable players in all of college football, back in uniform and ready to go here tonight. Colorado winning the toss, deferring to the second half. Stanford, who comes into the game on a 4-game losing streak, will have the football first.
Number 17,
Troy Taylor, first-year head coach of the Cardinal, former head coach at Sacramento State, trying to get his team back on the right track tonight. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Cardinal. Mark Jones alongside Lewis Riddick, Quint Kesnick down to the field joining us in just a bit. Colorado has quadrupled its win total, 4 already from a year ago. But with that comes expectation and what next, Lewis?
Absolutely. Look, it's about how you win now. And really, those expectations, Mark, are coming internally. They're coming from Coach Prime himself. Look, he was not happy when we talked to him yesterday. It's just not about winning anymore. It's about winning a certain way. It's about playing clean football, playing smart football. And this is not just about the players. It's about the coaches putting them in positions to win. And tonight is an important example of that. We'll see how it starts.
1st and 10. That's Bryce Farrell out to the 30-yard line, picked at about 5 on the play. Troy Taylor, first-year head coach, had a very successful 3-year run at Sacramento State. The Hornets making it to the FCS semifinals a season ago. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Former NFL player, former assistant coach at Cal as well. Casey Filkins in the backfield on 2nd and 5. Lamson going to do it himself. Picks up the 1st down out to the 41-yard line. And they move the chains on their first possession.
Well, this is what Justin Lamson does. He's a guy who's going to, right now, tonight, it's going to be about quick decisions. If my first read is not there, I'm tucking the ball and I am running. You are not going to see the kind of hesitation in his decision-making like you have seen in the games prior to tonight. Tonight, it's about getting the ball out of your hands fast or running it and getting this ball down the field, picking up 1st downs.
Completing 49% of his passes on the season. 1st and 10. Lamson fires in the air, incomplete. In and out of the arms of Iomana. It'll be 2nd down and 10, and Hunter in hot pursuit that time.
2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line.
And welcome everyone under the lights here at Folsom Field in Boulder, Colorado. The Buffaloes, the epicenter of the college football universe. Coach Prime's crew on defense right now on Stanford's opening drive. A shot downfield, incomplete into coverage by Justin Lamson. It'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up. Bachmeier, the intended receiver.
Yeah, you see they're trying to take their shots already down the field, trying to get Bachmeier, the fantastic freshman, going. I think for Colorado right now, you want to talk about starting fast. This is something that Coach Prime emphasized. He said, look, we need to come out of the gates fast. We're better than what we have shown. The expectation that he has for this football team right now is much higher than any of our expectations. Yep. He believes that this football team is much better than what it has shown, and he expects them to get off the field on this 3rd down, I can promise.
They were going to be intentional about that. Lamson down the sidelines, overthrown at the 30, intended for Rubin. So the Buffaloes defense gets off the field. Travis Hunter was defending on the play. Remember, Travis Hunter, number 12, maybe the most imperious and dynamic player in all of college football, plays both ways, offense and defense, and missed the last 3 previous games due to a lacerated kidney. He started practicing earlier this week, and he's back. Wesselman, the punter, rolls out to his right. And Jimmy Horn from the 17. And Horn brought down at the 23-yard line. Let's go down to Quint for more.
Mark, you mentioned that Travis Hunter back in the building. Took the field about an hour before kick, a parade of cameras, his own personal paparazzi and warming up in the end zone. You could see his eye-popping skills. In effect, Colorado gets 2 players back in this game. He's a two-way guy. He plays corner. He's a lockdown, shutdown corner. He's also their best wide receiver. Shedeur Sanders' favorite target. In 2 games, he had 16 receptions. This is a big plus for Buffalo fans.
A huge boost, Q. You're so right. 1st and 10, Alton McCaskill, the starting tailback, out as a receiver in this empty formation, and we got a flag at the top of the screen. It was the aforementioned Alton McCaskill, the freshman.
Ball start. Offense, number 22. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Travis Hunter played over 100 snaps in his first couple of games. 139 the first week and 125 the second week. And an ice bath after every game. Sanders moving around into traffic, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Hunter was the intended receiver on the play.
I can just tell you this, the way this first drive has already started off, they have a penalty on 1st down, so now they're going with 1st and 15, now it's 2nd and 15. That is not going to please Coach Prime. That is the kind of slow start. Those are the kind of self-inflicted wounds he was talking to us about. The kind of thing that right now has him very agitated with his football team, because he expects them to be much better than that.
Here's McCaskill, the transfer from Houston. Picks up a couple of yards on the play. Was the AAC's freshman of the year a couple of seasons ago. Missed last year with an ACL injury. Sinclair making the tackle for the Cardinals. 2nd down, 3rd and 11. Trying to avoid another lethargic beginning offensively, the Buffaloes are. Sanders fires, complete. That's his guy, Travis Hunter, getting him in the books early. What does he mean overall to their offense, Lewis?
I mean, he's just a playmaker, and he's a guy who's just so instinctive right there. You see against this cover 2 scheme that Stanford is running, he just finds the zone hole. He just finds the spot. You see him just work, present a nice target for Shedeur Sanders to throw it to him, pick up the 1st down. He's just so instinctive, Mark. So instinctive.
Sanders gonna run it. Still on his feet. Still running. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 1st down, Buffaloes. A 38-yard scamper.
If you don't have rush lane discipline, and that time you saw the left side of the defensive line for Stanford left a big hole, Shedeur Sanders is going to take it. He is not going to stand back there anymore and take unnecessary hits. He understands his longevity is tied to his availability, and that means don't take hits in the pocket. If you see a lane, you take off and go, because that's going to be something we're going to need to monitor tonight. How many hits does he actually take in the pocket?
He's been sacked 31 times, more than anybody else in college football. McCaskill running it over to the right side. Makes it close to the 20-yard line, and they've got a little bit of a change on the offensive line this week with Harden getting the start at right tackle. There's a look at McCaskill, picked up 5. 2nd and 5. Little trips left formation here. Sanders complete in traffic at the 16-yard line. Jimmy Horn hung on to it to pick up 7 yards on the play. Remember, it was Horn that made the touchdown saving catch and run against Colorado State 4 weeks ago to send it into overtime. First and 10 from the 15. Sanders gets down safely. They're going to spot it at the 9-yard line. Picked up 6, 2nd and 4.
Again, you see Shedeur's mindset. If you're going to rush 3 and drop 8, which is what they did here inside the red zone, and your rush lanes aren't perfect, and you don't have eyes on the quarterback, he's taken off. He's gone.
Hunter split wide to the bottom of the screen. Over the middle. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Weaver, the receiver. Lewis Lewis, he threw some fire to Weaver on this pass.
Yeah, just watch Weaver up here at the top of the screen. Look at the corner sitting inside leverage because it's going to be zero coverage. He's not going to have any help inside. And then just look how Weaver shuffles at the line of scrimmage, regains inside positioning, and then from there you have no shot. That was all one at the line of scrimmage.
Alejandro Mata with the extra point, and it's 7-0. Everybody here in Boulder is all in, including the athletic director, Rick George, dressed for success. Oh, that drip is immaculate. Back after this. Pop that.
You're watching Tailgate Week, presented by
Avocados from Mexico.
Welcome everyone back to Boulder. You're watching ESPN College Football, presented by Ram Trucks. This is the Pac-12 on ESPN. 13th meeting all time between these two schools, and another sellout crowd here at Folsom Field. Their fourth straight sellout. They've played in front of 7 consecutive sellouts, including their road schedule. That is the gravity of Coach Prime and the Buffaloes right now. And Stanford will take it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, trying to get on track after an unsuccessful opening drive. Mark Jones, Louis Riddick. Hey, tell us about your do's and don'ts. What are some of the keys for the game here?
Yeah, I think you saw it already start off with Colorado had the football with Shedeur Sanders, and it's really going to be about, for him, you know, you have to have answers for the pressure. And you know, we'll go at the bottom of the screen here. Have answers for the pressure, and then defensively, don't have any communication errors. Now that Stanford has the football, quarterbacks make good decisions with the football. And then do not do this. Do not lose the battle at the line of scrimmage. You must protect the quarterback on offense, and on defense, don't let Colorado run the football against you.
1st and 10. They give it to Farrell. Got a first down, man. He can fly, but he got popped. Looked like it was Shedeur that made the hit. Pardon me. It was Shiloh that made the hit. 12-yard gain, though.
Yeah, you see Bryce Farrell, the fastest guy on the team. He was someone that head coach Troy Taylor said, hey, look, we have to get him going. However that is, whether it's getting in the ball quick out in the slot, jet sweeps, whatever it is, we need the speed factor to start showing up for us, and he's going to be a big part of that.
They run it again. That's the tight end. Jurasek with a nice run. He's their leading receiver. Dominic making the tackle.
Hey, why not? Why not go back to the jet sweep? Look, Ben Jurasek, you've seen him do this in previous games. You've seen head coach Troy Taylor use him. He thinks that Jurasek is one of their most dynamic players, both in the passing game, controlling the middle of the field as a tight end, and with the ball in his hands. You wouldn't call jet sweeps for tight ends if they weren't good with running with the football after the catch.
Here's the pass. Caught at the 45. A couple of broken tackles. Boy, Farrell with some strong running, and Shiloh with another tackle for the Buffaloes.
I can tell you this, Shiloh Sanders tonight has said, hey, look, I'm going to put these pads on you tonight now. We're going to start hitting, we're going to start fast, and we're going to do our thing on the defensive side of the football. That's how you try to set the tone. That's how you play physical. Now they just need to play smart on that side of the football, especially here in these third down situations. 3rd and short, you're probably going to be in some kind of man coverage situation. Be played with good eyes. Good eyes against the pass. Trigger fast against the run.
3rd and 1. And Lamson's going to keep it himself and pick up the first down. We expect to see both Justin and Lamson and Ashton Daniels at quarterback. They've been using a 2-quarterback system all season, Stanford has. Daniels, number 14, right now in the sidelines, actually started the first 4 games.
He's probably a little bit more of the traditional pocket passer. He has some nice skills operating from the pocket, throwing passes at all 3 levels, shows some nice touch. Lamson can do it also, but he's the more dangerous runner.
1st and 10, he put it on the ground. It's loose. Made Mayberry came up with it.
By Stanford.
And it'll remain Stanford Cardinal football.
Yeah, you just see him. He just mishandles it and puts it on the ground. Look, they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum here. You see, he just mishandles it there. Maybe the guard, number 55, Pauly, when he was pulling, may have knocked it out of his hands. This got to be clean with the ball handling. No self-inflicted wounds.
E.J. Smith in the backfield. Here he is on the carry. Got chopped down after a gain of about 2. If you recognize the surname, that is the son of Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer, Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl champ, in attendance tonight here in amongst the sellout crowd of about 53,000. See what this flag is about.
Holding. Offense. Number 57. That penalty is declined. It's third down.
So they decline the penalty. It'll be third down. We've got to get to the 42. Been a rough go for first-year head coach Troy Taylor. His team coming off a bye. They had a chance to rededicate themselves to the smaller things, the fundamentals. Lamson, pardon me, Daniels in. Incomplete through the arms of his receiver. Iomanor. Wow. And he was open. Looked like he had Travis Hunter beaten on that.
He beat him off the line of scrimmage. Travis never got a hand on him. And Iomanor can run now. This ball looks like it literally goes right through his hands.
Oh, boy.
It literally went right through his hands. He just lost it in the lights. Wasn't able to get himself adjusted. But those are the big shot plays that they have to be able to convert on and make count.
Boy, what about Ashton Daniels coming in cold off the bench, Lewis?
A beautiful throw.
Delivering a strike. The ball bobbled at the 16-yard line by Breedlove. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Colorado Buffaloes.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ram Trucks.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football presented by Ram Trucks. This is Avocados from Mexico tailgate week. And man, you can't have good tailgating without some dip, some guacamole. You can't have guac without avocados. That's elementary. Well, Colorado was eating and eating well on that opening drive, led by Shedeur Sanders. Able to solve, at least for tonight, the slow start for now. Went through his progression, found McCaskill down the sideline, and he runs for first down, pushed out at about the 32-yard line. Nice gain. And they move the chains on first down. Picked up 18.
It's a nice little simple swing pass to the running back. See a blown coverage by Stanford. Gilman, the strong safety, just not where he's supposed to be.
Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator, pressing the right button so far. Shedeur looked like he wanted to run, then dragged down from behind at about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 3. Wilfredo Ibar making the tackle for the Cardinal. Lewis, former head coach, now the offensive coordinator. Out of the backfield, Jimmy Horn got to the corner. Got those pads north-south and pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line by Scotty Edwards, but another first down on the gain of 18.
You can see it like right now on the edges, which is something Stanford defensively has struggled with, whether it be setting the edge in the run game or matching patterns in the pass game. It's continuing to be a problem for them.
Stewart gets it out quickly. Horn breaks a tackle. And Jimmy Horn down to the 33. And another first down. The Buffaloes playing with tempo and purpose. A missed tackle by Fausto Ramos on the gain of 10.
You see it right here. Shedeur Sanders, I mean, he is the guy. He can do it all from the pocket, outside the pocket. He can throw for yardage. He can throw for efficiency. He can run, pick up first downs with his legs.
And he's got all day to throw here, Lewis. Gets down at the 28-yard line. Scotty Edwards makes the tackle. About 4 yards shy of the first down, got 6. Remember last week in that comeback victory against Arizona State, Sanders took them the length of the field and put them in field goal range for Alejandro Mata to kick the game-winning 43-yard field goal. Went Brady mode again.
He sure did. And one of the things, I'll tell you what, Tom Brady liked to be clean in the pocket. Shedeur Sanders is staying clean in the pocket right now. His offensive line is answering the bell. Now Stanford has to figure out a way to get some pressure on him, or else it's going to be a long night.
And McCaskill is going to be really close to the first down. Picked up 4. Hey, tomorrow afternoon on ABC and the ESPN app at 3:30 Eastern, Bo Nix, number 8 Oregon, squaring off against Michael Penix Jr. and number 7 Washington. College Game Day crew starts the morning in Seattle at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Pacific. Man, Michael Penix Jr. is really spinning it this year. About 400 yards passing per game. Blitz coming. Sanders eludes the rush, got him in, and just overshot his receiver in the end zone. That's number 10, Weaver. Got the touchdown a little bit earlier. Sanders is such a perfectionist. Probably would want that one back.
Yeah, he had Xavier from the get-go. Xavier threw his hand up. He beat his coverage defender, Colin Wright, right from the snap. And the pressure was what didn't allow Shedeur to see him earlier. Otherwise, this would have been 6. He beat him right at the snap mark. I mean, it was 6 from the get-go. I'm telling you, the Stanford defense is going to have to settle down and start to kind of put a top on this passing game for Colorado.
Sanders with all day. Got his man, and it's knocked out of his arms, intended for Omarion Miller, who had that huge breakout game against USC several weeks ago. Couldn't hang on, and it sets up a 3rd down and 10. And
3rd down and 10.
Miller goes to the sidelines. Had over 100 yards receiving in that USC defeat. We haven't heard much from Dylan Edwards much yet.
Yeah, they haven't put him in the game. You would expect to see him in some of these passing situations with his receiving ability out of the backfield.
Sanders underneath, complete, in space. Nice move. Hunter, Travis Hunter, touchdown. T12.
See defensive coordinator Bobby.
Unsportsmanlike, okay.
And just watch Travis Hunter here. Defensive coordinator Bobby April at Stanford sent 5 and tried to play some zone underneath it. And if you don't put a body on Travis Hunter, once he gets in the open field like that, now you see why he's the most electrifying player in the country as far as the skill position is concerned. He's the most electrifying player in the country. No one can do the kind of things that this young man can do on both sides of the ball.
You know what he should do? He should give Tristan Sinclair his ankles back after breaking him on that last move that got him free into the end zone.
You can see Stanford's defensive staff is trying to do everything they can to slow down this offense. They just have not had an answer. You see right here, he hit the B button, I think it is in Madden. And he's in for 6.
Back in Folsom Field, where the sellout crowd just witnessed Travis Hunter's first offensive touchdown. And what a move it was. He comes over to the sideline, and a big hug from Coach Prime. Coach Prime telling me about an hour ago that he was looking forward to seeing Travis back on the field, and he was going to dominate tonight.
Sure looks that way. Farrell will take the knee in the end zone, and that was Hunter's first career FBS touchdown. He had 4 at Jackson State, where he also played for Coach Prime. Now he'll flip the switch and play a little defense.
Well, Coach
I'm
Prime,
old enough to remember Gordy Lockbaum, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
These two-way dudes.
Look, Charles Woodson, he did a little bit of
Yeah.
it too at Michigan, a former teammate of mine in Oakland. But I can tell you this, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, however you want to, whatever you want to call him, he believes that Travis Hunter has ability that matches his. And that's saying something.
This is Daniels in the ball game, and he goes head first.
Number 14, Ashton Daniels.
Picks up 6 on the play. Here's a look at some of those two-way quasars. Champ Bailey, Woodson.
Stud. Chris Gamble, stud. Miles Jack
Yeah.
was a legit running back and linebacker. And then you have Travis Hunter, you know, the latest version of the superstar do-it-all athlete. And I'm telling you, folks, he's special. He is a special kid. He has unteachable skills, the kind that you are just flat out born with. And Coach Prime has seen it, and he is looking forward to turning him loose.
Farrell motions out to the top of your screen. Pass thrown behind him by Ashton Daniels. It'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up, but they've been targeting Farrell quite a bit here early in this first quarter.
I mean, he's the speed component. He's who head coach Troy Taylor told us is the guy who can kind of break open the game for them because he has game-breaking speed. But, you know, this 2-quarterback system where you see Justin Lamson in for a series, then you see Ashton Daniels come in, it's hard for them to find a rhythm. It's hard for them to get into a flow, and the passing game is the first thing that's going to suffer as a result of it.
Little pressure coming off the edge, pass complete over the middle, but a tackle made immediately by Travis Hunter, but a first down by Rubin. Picked up 5. Well, one team is coming off a short week and the other one off of a bye. Troy Taylor said that his team went back to fundamentals.
I like what he's trying to do as far as getting the ball in the hands of his playmakers. And it looks like Ashton Daniels with that first throw that he made at the game that should have been 6.
Had it batted down that time at the line of scrimmage, but a flag down as well. Hari Mann's got a hand on it. Sustaining drives has been an issue for the Cardinal this year. Here's the call.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And that's going to go against the Buffaloes. Oh, that
headset is nice, isn't it?
eye-catching.
I see you, Coach Prime.
Yeah, gold-plated.
That man is
Just
always,
like his career.
He's always thinking fashion. He's always thinking, how am I presenting myself?
His drip game is off the charts. And that's going to be a sack on Daniels. Back at the 37-yard line. Mann's leading the way. And Shane Cokes was also in the area.
You see right here, he had a chance to get the ball out late to the tight end, leaking across the formation, just didn't see him, wasn't able to get his eyes down and find his outlet. It's going to be the key. That's going to be the key for the Stanford Cardinal football team to stay competitive in this game. The quarterbacks have to get the ball out of their hands quickly. They have the skill position players to be able to get open. We've seen that already in this football game. Obviously, they have to make catches.
Offense. That penalty is declined. It's 2nd down.
Penalty decline. Ball at the 37.
And 9 from the 37-yard line.
Defensive coordinator Charles Kelly for the Buffaloes going to be happy with the pressure they got in that last play. Bringing a little bit more here. Pass complete. Out to the 47. Bachmeier will pick up. Let's see where they spot it. 10 yards. Looks like they're going to move the chains again.
That's a nice, now see, that's a nice rhythmic throw. You get the ball out of your hands quick. Bachmeier finds the zone hole. It's a first down. I'm telling you, Stanford, they're underrated on the edges as far as their athletic ability at wide receiver and that tight end. They've just got to get the quarterback situation calmed down and settle on a group of 5 players up front on the offensive line that's lost so many people in the transfer portal that they can depend on, and so they can get some rhythm going.
Out of the backfield, nice catch by Farrell. Took it off of his shoe tops. Off the throw from Daniels, picked up 4 on the play. Stanford coming off a loss against Oregon a couple of weeks ago. Before that, losing to Arizona. And then a very deflating loss against Sacramento State at home at Stanford. 23-20. Coach Taylor's former squad. 2nd and 6. Filkins in the backfield. They give it to their tight end, Jurasik again, and we might have a horse collar tackle, maybe not. Harris made the stop.
I don't know how you missed that one. It looks like from here that's exactly what that was.
Picked up 5. Yeah, I thought I saw that, but maybe not.
You saw the Stanford sideline screaming that how's that not a horse collar? You see the arm.
Oh, yeah.
The hand is, I mean, it's right there.
Lewis, I know we're about 3 stories up, and I paid $4,000 for the LASIK surgery. I saw that.
Yeah, I got my specs on, and these things, I can promise you, I can see a lot of things with these. I don't know how you missed that call.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first 15 minutes of play. And Travis Hunter is back in full effect. It's always showtime here in Boulder, but they got skills to pay the bills here. Just watch that. Putting money on tape. And love from America's coach. And welcome back, everyone. Boulder, Colorado, start of the second quarter. Stanford with the football, but down 14-0. Justin Lamson in at quarterback.
With the public address announcer, please stop playing while Stanford is in formation ready to snap the ball. Any more playing of music and sound effects will result in an unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Colorado. It's 3rd down.
So the DJ can't spin.
I guess not.
Matt Austin is joining us, our rules analyst. We'll bring him in after this play and get a clarification. 3rd and 1. Lamson gonna run it. Got the first down and then some, and got rocked. Took some smoke from Roderick Ward. Let's go back to Matt Austin. Matt, tell us what that call is all about.
Yeah, Mark, when the offense approaches the line and they may begin calling their signals, all the public address system, music, everything else has to cease at that time.
There you go. So, like the cowbells at Mississippi State a couple of weeks ago.
Those never cease.
Thanks, Matt. 1st and 10 for Stanford. Batted down to the line of scrimmage. Jordan Dominic that time got a hand up.
Pass knocked down by number 44, Jordan Dominic.
Amari McNeil was there as well.
You know that the Colorado defensive line is going to have to start using that kind of technique more and more, especially with the quick game being a part of what Stanford is trying to do. Just take 2-3 hard steps upfield, get your hands up, really muddy up the throwing lanes for the quarterbacks, because you can see here Stanford trying to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers quickly.
Daniels scrambles out of the pocket and is tackled from behind, brought down to the 30-yard line. Well, the prime effect is tangible and palpable. The quasars have made a constellation, a procession here to Boulder, Colorado. Look at all the stars that have shown up.
That's a pretty good list.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good list.
Hey, man. Lewis, I'm just trying to get behind that red velvet rope with you, man.
Hey, Prime is the best, man. He has been nothing but gracious with his time when we've been out here to talk to him. And you can see right now he's locked in on his squad.
3rd and 6. Smith motions out of the backfield. Daniels hits his man, flag down. Jurasik tackled at about the 16-yard line. Let's see if this play stands, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to stand. I think you're going to get a little hands to the face.
12-yard gain on the play.
From Jordan Dominic as he was rushing the passer. That's what it looked like to me.
Flag back at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, you see the hand going up.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 7. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, defense, number 44. That penalty will be enforced, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Dominic, the Arkansas transfer.
You know, on second thought, looking at that on the replay right there, you wonder if he had a hold of the jersey right inside the top of the shoulder pad, and the hand just kind of, you saw the head of the offensive tackle, Fisher Anderson, go back. Nevertheless, I mean, when it's not clear like that, the ref is going to throw the flag here, and those are the kind of penalties now.
Red zone offense has been the bane of the Cardinal offense so far. They have struggled from inside the 20 in terms of getting touchdowns this year. And that flag might not help.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12 men in a formation. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Can't implode like that.
Yeah. Those are the kind of things you just can't have. You just can't have. You've got the ball now inside the 10-yard line. Procedurally, you have to be on top of it. You have to know what personnel you want in the game in this situation. And look, Coach Anderson, Troy Anderson, he's been in this situation many, many times before. Obviously, it's just a miscommunication on the sideline. You can tell there he wasn't happy with some of the players.
Iron Man are split to the bottom of your screen. They run the reverse. Trying to get to the edge, and good edge contain. Boy, good tackle by Carter Stoutmeyer. Brought down Rubin on the play. Lewis is a former DB. You got to love that.
Yeah, I mean, he came screaming, absolutely screaming to try and turn that double reverse back in. You can see it right here. That's just what you got to do. You got to somehow put a guardrail on that reverse.
Got second and goal now, all the way back at the 16-yard line. Daniels into the end zone. Incomplete. Threw it into the vicinity of Travis Hunter, intended for Rubin. So it'll be third down and goal. I alluded to the fact that the Cardinals have struggled this year in the red zone. 7 touchdowns, 6 field goals.
So I'm trying to get Rudy Rubin on the 7 route. Coach Troy Taylor, I know I said Troy Anderson earlier. I'm thinking Troy Anderson, the linebacker in the NFL.
Yep.
But Coach Troy Taylor, you see, look, he has some nice route designs once they get down in here inside the 20. For one reason or another, they haven't been able to execute on a consistent basis. But they've got the wide receivers to get open.
Good pressure and a sack. They brought the house, and they got to quarterback Ashton Daniels. And it's fourth down. Boy, Charles Kelly happy about the way his defense is playing right now.
You can just see right here, there's going to go zero coverage, and watch the players fire from the second level and really assault the A-gaps and come right up the gut, which will unsettle quarterbacks quicker than anything. Got to play tight man coverage in the back end, but once you get in the red area, those are the kind of things you have to do to make quarterbacks make quick decisions.
Carty from 37 yards out. And he pulled it left. They come away empty after an impressive drive. They had first and goal. Still 14-0. Colorado with the lead. They'll have the football in just a minute. One of the kings of comedy on the sidelines, but right now this team is no joke. Anthony Anderson from ABC's Blackish, one of the best to ever do it, and Luke Grimes on hand as well. Back with more right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Boulder. Mark Jones, Louis Riddick, Quint Kesenick chopping it up down in the field. 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. They have been able to expunge the rather lethargic beginning that they've had prior to tonight. And this is part of the reason why Shador. Louis, what impact has his running game had overall?
Well, what it's done is it's kind of cleaned up in his mind the clock that he has, which is this. I'm not going to sit back here and kind of try and wait for routes to develop. When I see open running lanes, So I'm just going to take off and use my athletic ability and pick up first downs.
Going to hand it off here. Oh, he kept it. Great ball handling by Sanders out to the 39. Tristan Sinclair making the tackle. Sanders picks up 4 yards. Got the call from Charles Kelly, Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator.
We said early in the game, keeping him clean, having answers for pressure was going to be something that was critical in this game. And so far, part of those answers have been Shedeur saying, I'm going to take it in my own hands and not just sit back here. I'm just going to take off and run, especially when opportunities present. And that's a smart thing for him to do.
Ankerson on that run pushes it out to the 43-yard line. These two schools with a couple of head coaches respectively, and Troy Taylor and Coach Prime, that are building their respective programs in contrasting manners with respect to the portal. Shedeur got rid of it quickly, and it is complete. Travis Hunter, man, he squeezed that into a tight window. Gilman was right there, but Hunter picked up 5 for the first down.
And you just see just how instinctive Travis is as far as being able to find that zone hole and sit down. And you see how quick Shedeur can speed up his release and get the ball out of his hand.
Completes another pass, this one to Weaver. Weaver caught a touchdown in the first quarter.
So now they can step on the gas again and start increasing the tempo. They can go at numerous different speeds. Got a regular tempo, kind of an accelerated tempo, and then hyper, and they change it and they vary it depending upon the situation in the game and what they feel the defense is really struggling with.
2nd and 5, they go empty. Hunter is split to the top of your screen. He is the middle receiver of the 3. And that's who he looks at and completes the pass to at the 39-yard line, Travis Hunter. Lewis, tell us about the different speeds and tempos.
Yeah, these tempos, the muddle huddle, when you're kind of loosely huddling on the field, then you go fast tempo, which is really you're trying to
wide open room service, everything but the tip included. Weaver, touchdown.
Tempo really doesn't matter when you do that.
He got in behind Colin Wright, and the beat goes on. 39 yards for the score.
And here you just have a miscommunication on the back end for Stanford. Colin Wright thinking he's turning it over to a safety who's going to be on the hash, playing the half. He takes a cover 2 type of posture and just turns the wide receiver loose down the boundary.
That's his 2nd touchdown of the night, and they're going to run it in for 2. Did he make it? Yes, he did. Fourier. Caleb Fourier got in. Stanford didn't line up, so they took advantage of it.
Well, they had 3 defenders over there for the 2 blockers, and then 1 guy for the guy who was eligible to run the ball in. They just didn't get out there and set the edge. And right now, Colorado has got it going on and got Stanford on their heels.
Kick off your NFL Week 6 Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the app. Monday Night Football, the Chargers host the Cowboys 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN Deportes, and the celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. The ESPN Deportes telecast will have Rebecca Landa's call, will air on ESPN2. 8:42 to go. Buffaloes to kick, and the vibe here in Boulder under Coach Prime has really evolved. Another big hit. Got a flag down on the play.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 36, his first. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Wilkerson.
Look, this is the kind of urgency, the kind of competitiveness that he's looking for.
I'm not sure why that's a penalty.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what, one thing you can tell is that Coach Prime got his players' attention this week in wake of last week.
That's exactly what
we're
I'm
seeing
talking
here
about.
tonight.
For sure,
Yep.
for sure. They're playing with a sense of urgency that exemplifies a coach who really got after his team this week.
Little pressure coming by the Buffaloes. Pass incomplete at the 43-yard line. Sanders there to break it up. He used the term hot garbage. Wonderful win after last week, but we played like hot garbage. Try to figure it out. I'm sick of this. We're better than this, and right now they are showing that they are better than what they showed last week.
And I think he challenged his entire football operation from coaches on down to play better, perform better, answer the bell.
Daniels tiptoes out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this. He got enough for the first down. Nice sprint by Ashton Daniels for 11 yards. You know, back to Coach Prime for a quick second. Beyond the gold-plated 1824 karat headset, there is an old school, very strident head coach, and that's what people miss about him. They look at some of the exterior things, but he holds his players to very strict standards. Pass complete. There's a flag down. Osik again, one of the favorite targets for both Daniels and Lamson.
Offside. Defense. Number 33. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. First down.
First down, Cardinal. Hey, we had a great visit with Coach Prime yesterday, and there's layers to him.
Oh, there's no question. Look, and really the deepest layer is the old school layer, Mark, that you're talking about. He is not playing around with these guys as far as accountability is concerned. He is very much so hard line, and when you step over the line with some of the rules that he has, you will be gone. You will be gone from this football program. And I'm telling you, he is trying to develop these kids both on the field as far as how they play the game and for life after football, because he realizes and he tells these guys, many of you aren't going to go to the NFL. So I'm trying to help you be prepared regardless of what your career path is.
Down to the 45, that's Smith. And the reason why my partner can speak with conviction about Coach Prime is because look at that high top fade.
Look at that bling. Look at that bling around his neck. I don't know if it cost the same amount that Deion's cost, but.
And why wasn't he there?
Because he was playing baseball, man. He was doing his thing. But I'll tell you what, Deion's double play, the 30 for 30 that we have at ESPN, that was my first NFL career start when he came down there and played that day. And I'll tell you right from the get-go, this guy was the ultimate teammate, supportive, encouraging, and then tried to get on the plane and get back up there to, play in the World Series. He didn't play that night, but this dude could do it all.
2nd and 3, Lamson back in the ball game with a proclivity to run more than pass. He's going to end up a little bit short, a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and short coming up with under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Dominated by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, but Stanford has had their opportunities, Mark, offensively. They've had big shots down the field that they've either missed or wide receivers weren't able to pull in. They're down inside the 10. They commit some errors and they get backed up, then they miss a field goal. They have got to start converting in order to get back in this game.
Lamson in a quarterback. He's going to keep it on the predetermined quarterback run, and he gets the first down at the 37-yard line. Ward with the stop on the 6-yard gain. Hey, here's our next UFC fight night on ESPN Plus. Tomorrow, Apex in Las Vegas, highlighted by our featherweight main event. Yusuf taking on veteran striker Barbosa. And the prelims start at 4 Eastern, followed by the main card at 7 o'clock Eastern. Stanford not ready to tap out.
If you're Stanford right now and you have Ashton Daniels back in the game, you got to take another shot down the field. Your receivers have been able to get behind this secondary.
Over the middle, overthrow intended for Farrell. Dangerous overthrow. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
You're throwing it into a heavily covered area. Right there is Ashton Daniels. You just got to be smart with your decision making. You can take shots, but they have to be smart ones. Decision making in accuracy, in that order. Decision making and then throw the football with accuracy. That's what every quarterback has to do. That's what head coach Troy Taylor is trying to find in his quarterbacks.
Need some help from that rebuilt offensive line. Daniels going to be brought down. Gain of about 2 by Dominic. Speaking of that offensive line for the Cardinal, they had 4 offensive linemen transferred, and 2 of those, by the way, are starting in Michigan right now.
We've seen it.
They've had to rebuild it, Louis.
We've seen it play out how many times so far this year, Mark, where when you are deficient up front in big-time FBS Power 5 football, you don't have a shot. And they had guys going playing at major programs, so you know they were quality players. And they're so young and so green. They started a different combination every single game this year up front. There's no way you can develop continuity right now.
On 3rd and 8. Incomplete. Through the hands of Farrell. And it'll be 4th down coming up for Stanford. I mean, that looked like a catchable ball.
It's a perfect route combination. I mean, Farrell's wide open. You're going to see him right here. He's just going to run down here and spot up against this zone. You just got to put the ball on him, and you've got a 1st down, and you're moving. Clean pocket, step into the throw, and put it on him. Those are the kind of things that right now Stanford isn't able to do with consistency because they can't get consistent play at the quarterback position.
Well, they're going to go for it on 4th down here. You can understand why. Blitz coming. Daniels flushed out. And the Buffaloes will take over on downs. Amari McNeil and Derek McClendon snuffed the drive.
Tackled by number 99, Shane others. Turnover on down.
Well, as one opposing coach said, the Stanford head coaching job, for various reasons, is one of the most difficult jobs. Back with more after this. Well, that Stanford football brand is one of the most trusted and still recognizable brands in college football. When you look at the run of success they've had with Heisman Trophy finalists over the years, Luck, McCaffrey, Bryce Love, had a great run and trying to get it cranked up again. Shedeur Sanders sacked. Spencer Jorgensen in to make the tackle, and Andrew Luck in attendance tonight. One of the best ever to it.
How talented was he? How talented
Brilliant.
is he still probably?
Yeah.
He could probably still go ahead and put in some work and get out there on the field and throw it around with the best of them. But you're right, Mark. I mean, this school has put out some fantastic players going all the way back to John Elway, who is as talented as any quarterback to ever play the position. Great
Shedeur
history.
drills it complete to Travis Hunter. Still on his feet. Out of bounds in midfield.
Pass complete to number 12.
Got a good block and picked up 21 on the play. Good block from Weaver.
Again, just finding those zone holes. Watch him just settle down in here, and then you know Shedeur just fires it. Just absolutely fires it before Tafiti can get there. Just working this Stanford defense when they play zone on the 2nd level.
This is Dylan Edwards, one of the fastest players on the team. Maybe the fastest. First time tonight we've called his name, his first touch of the ball game. Remember, he was electrifying, scintillating in that upset win, their first game of the year at TCU.
Coach Prime was adamant that they want to use him in a more intelligent way, get him out on the edges in space. They don't want him inside pass protecting too much. They want to get him out in space and let him go.
Pass complete. Jimmy Horn stayed on his feet, ran out of bounds at the 29-yard line, but there's a flag down. Flag all the way back at the 45-yard line. One of the more memorable scenes of the college football season will always be the way Coach Prime embraced him.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. defense, number 0. After this is the goal from the end of the run. First down.
Remember when Jimmy Horn had that drop against Colorado State several weeks ago? Coach Prime embraced him on the sidelines, told him that his father was watching with some of his friends, and that go out there and make him proud. And he did. Caught the touchdown that sent it into overtime.
Relationships.
Yep.
Prime is always working on them. He understands their value.
On the reverse, here's Weaver. He's going to jog. He's going to jog. "14 yards for Weaver, the receiver."
It's
Five plays, 66 yards. And this time Stanford a little bit weary of the two-point conversion. And Mata drills it through. So, Lewis, when you talk about checking boxes,
sure.
have they checked the boxes with respect to the slow starts?
Yes, this is the kind of play. This is the quality of play Coach Prime was looking for. Efficient, fast execution. That's how you build a 29-0 lead.
Well, if you're a CU fan, you're saying it's a party in my city right now. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. And it's been all CU. The Buffaloes in control. E.J. Smith back for the kick. Dribbles down to Farrell, loses it out of bounds at about the 8-yard line as we go back to the studio.
All right, Matt Barry here in the studio. Coming up, Boost Infinite halftime report. You guys have seen an eventful return for Travis Hunter. We'll break that down for you. Plus, what is Washington's secret weapon in their big game against Oregon? Plus, we are mulling it over with Dan Mullen. Which part of the Miami hangover is going to be the hardest to get over? We'll see you guys coming up in a minute on the Boost Infinite halftime report.
All right, Matt, Stanford in trouble here, and the bad news is that Rod Gilmore ain't coming through that door. Former Stanford DB.
They just got to start stringing some things together. They've had their opportunities.
Nice run by Ashton Daniels. 6-yard gain on the play, and you know, that last kickoff return effort, very symbolic of the type of struggle and arduous, trying day that it's been for the Cardinals so far. 2nd and 4 coming up.
And Bryce Farrell's one of the guys that Troy Taylor told us he wants to get the ball to, because he has game-breaking speed, but they just have not been able to establish any consistency.
Downfield, there's the guy who's trying to hit Farrell again, and incomplete. Bryce Farrell unable to make the catch. Good coverage by Slusher. Well, this season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, Allstate.
This is one of those situations here where defensive coordinator Charles Kelly has decided to try and send extra rushers and really put the heat on these Stanford quarterbacks and make them make fast decisions. And back out and play some zone this time.
Daniels gets it out quick, complete to Smith. Made a nice move, got to get to the sticks, and is going to come up a little bit short. Slusher again. There to make the stop, 4th down, and Stanford will have to punt again with 2:10 to go in the first half. Wesselman to punt. Perched at his own 2-yard line. Averaging 44.5 per on the season. Weaver back for this punt. A high spiral. And it's going to be interesting to see where they mark this. It might be right around the 40-ish. They're still going. They're marked at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. So auspicious field position to start this drive after the 23-yard effort on the punt.
You've seen everything really trouble the Stanford defense so far. It's been about assignment errors, bad eyes, just getting outclassed from a physical perspective. And I'll tell you, Colorado has come out and they have really stepped on the accelerator right out of the gate, and that's something that Coach Prime wanted. And Stanford has just not been able to respond.
Sanders, 13 of 16 for 190, and he's done a nice job with his legs. Slides in safely to the 30-yard line. He has always been poised and precocious beyond his years, to the fact where his dad says that in his phones it's marked grown. That's what he has Shadour's name under, his phone number, grown. Made some grown man plays. Edwards runs for the first down with 1:32 to go. You talked about it, relationships. Dylan Edwards, a guy that has had a relationship with Coach Prime since the time he was 8 years old back in Texas.
He connects with these kids in a very interpersonal way.
And here's Shadour, flag down in the backfield, and he tiptoes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Let's see what this flag is about.
I think you're going to get a holding.
Holding. Offense. Number 77. 10-yard penalty. First down.
If the game keeps trending this way, keep in mind that they'll be just one win away from bowl eligibility. When you think about the alchemization that Coach Prime has done on the sidelines this year, it really is one of the great turnarounds, if not the best, in all of college football this year.
Yeah, considering where they started from, how much turnover this team has undergone, how much he's gotten these guys to believe and play together.
Ball start. Offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Keep in mind, this is week 7, and there have been no cupcakes along the way. I mean, you go back to TCU, the home game against Colorado State, USC, Oregon. It's been heavyweight battles every week, and there were some questions. Was this team kind of over the top? Were they tired? Were they worn out? Well, they've answered the bell today, and the good news for them, they're sitting on a bye week next week and trending in the right direction towards the second half of the season now.
Certainly, Q. Good point.
Yeah, I think
Horn down to the 35.
You definitely got the sense yesterday that the bye week is coming at the right time for everyone. They need a reset and a recharge. Not necessarily a reset, but just a recharge, because coming out of the bye, they're going to be up against it. Now, they're going to go up against some good competition. They still have areas that they need to work on. There's things that Coach Prime still wants them to get better at as far as their attention to detail. This is a good start here tonight, though. A real good start tonight.
Shadour had his arm around one of the officials down there. Maybe the official's trying to get a watch deal. Now, a quick word from Verbo.
Verbo, a place that rewards your loyalty on every rental. Football away, baby.
Talking about the official trying to get a watch deal. Of course, I'm just joking, but hey, everything's up for sale.
NIL,
in
man.
This new landscape.
It has changed the game.
It's America. It's capitalism.
It's definitely changed the game.
2nd and 25. Sanders has connected on his last 7 in a row. Edwards on the run this time.
You see how they're trying. You see how by formation they're trying to create space in terms of
what are the giveaways?
When they use Dylan Edwards, and they just take the formation and spread it wide. You know, the wide receivers take extra wide splits, get the corners and the safeties out of the box, and just really see if they can get a hat on a hat one-on-one, so Dylan has some area to work.
It's interesting, you know, we talk about the impact of Coach Prime, not just here, but in Boulder. You know, we have one of our colleagues, Demo, Our associate producer in the truck, that director in the truck, lives in East Lansing, walking through one of the stores. This is what it looked like. In Michigan State territory, Coach Prime gear prominently displayed in a lot of the stores, in the merchandise.
You see it all throughout this stadium.
3rd and 21, Sanders complete down to the 28-yard line. That's Jimmy Horn. Under a minute to go, and we got a time onto the field. And you know, it's interesting. It's kind of harkens back the impact that we see of Buffalo's football, almost to, you know, a lot of the Georgetown Hoyas merch that we used to see back in the day. And sometimes, I gotta say this, when success looks this different to people, it scares people.
Yep.
It becomes a little bit polarizing, but Coach Prime has been unapologetic in the way that he does things, and it's working, and I love it.
Look, he is touching just about every section of America right now in terms of, you know, men, women, white, black, football, baseball. You see it there on your screen. Bryce Harper using some of Deion's It's Personal gear, you know, to kind of motivate him in the baseball playoffs. And I'm telling you, look, do not get all caught up in the exterior and how Deion has become a master marketer.
Exactly.
The guy is an old school football player, old school football coach.
Alejandro Mata did not get all of that. And a rare miss for him after kicking the game winner last week at Arizona State. What a story he is. He kicked his high school football, played there in Beaufort, Georgia, coming up that short with Ashton Daniels. Daniels was actually his holder in high school, but I love the fact that, you know, Coach holds his players to a high standard, talked about that, but after he kicked the game winner last week at Arizona State, he demanded that Mata go out there and show his personality and do his little dance. 49 seconds to go. Daniels going to be sacked again. That O-line could use a little bit of help. Taj Olsen piercing and lacerating that front.
You can
Third sack of the game for them, Lewis.
Defensive coordinator Charles Kelly again sent 5 that time. He's going to get the one-on-ones. He believes his players are better than the 5 that can block for Stanford. So he's going to put the pressure on them all night.
That pass caught. What a diving play and catch by Bachmeier. A tremendous, interminable effort by Brockmeyer. What a catch.
I mean, look at the athletic ability.
Come on now. Oh.
I'm sure they're taking a look at this.
Field of a completed pass is under review.
Yep.
What a great
See
play.
here.
Previous play under review.
Oh, they may take that away. Nose of the football hit the turf.
Does he have control of it before it hits the ground?
He sold it well.
The pass was incomplete. It's third down.
It's a heck of an effort.
Yes.
By Tiger Bachmeier, who really is one of the most talented young players on this football team, and they have a good recruiting class coming in here for 2024 as well. And he's going to be one of the building blocks of this football team. And look, head coach Troy Taylor, he knows that this is going to take a little bit of time, because they're going to have to build it the traditional way, using recruiting as the primary means to build this roster. They're not going to be big players in the transfer portal.
They got a top 25 class.
That's right. And you can see the kind of talent that they're still able to get. And he was very excited about some of the young players that are going to come in here next year and beyond. And again, guys like Bachmeier are going to be part of that group to get things turned around and back on the right track.
We'll talk more about that in the second half. For now, the first 30 minutes in the books. And Colorado will receive the kick to start the third quarter. Let's go back to the studio for news, scores, and hot.
You're watching Tailgate Week, presented by
Avocados from Mexico.
It's time!
I'm flat out coming.
We're gonna win right now. How you feel? How you feel?
We're gonna outwork them.
You gotta work.
It's prime time for Colorado football.
His nickname is Grown.
It's prime time every day. It don't stop.
You're watching ESPN College Football, presented by Ram Trucks. This is the Pac-12 on ESPN, the Pac-12 After Dark. Coach Prime's team up 29-0. Deion Sanders, self-assured, self-affirmed, and self-made. Something special happening in the shadows of the rugged shoulders of the Rocky Mountains here in Boulder. They'll have the ball to start the third quarter. And Shedeur Sanders, Lewis, has been pristine passing the football. 14 of 18, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns. The difference has been his running game.
Yeah, when he has decided to take off and go because the read wasn't what he wanted, he has been very decisive with running the football. He's been decisive getting the ball out of his hands quick. And that's something that I know that Coach Prime wanted to see out of his offense and out of the quarterback play in particular.
Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Chewy. Some of the cogent numbers. Meanwhile, Stanford quarterbacks, conversely, 6 of 18, sacked 3 times. And that story is going to have to change for them to have an opportunity here in the second half. From the 25, 1st and 10. McCaskill in the backfield. He got the start tonight. On the quick slant, Hunter. Oh man, spinning like a DJ out there. What a move. Let's see where they mark his forward progress. And they're going to place it a yard shy. So it'll be a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. But man, the way he slammed on the brakes, spun around, was poetry. On a slow mesh, they hand it off to McCaskill. It'll be 1st down and 10. Lewis, I went from classy to ashy, man. It's chilly here, but I like your jacket. I love your jacket, man. It's cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
It's cold, but the offense there is hot for Colorado.
It's cold, and anybody who knows me knows. If you want any information out of me, make me cold. I'll tell you anything you want to know. That's why I had to put the coat on. But I'll tell you what, it's hot down here on the field. The Colorado offense right now, I'm telling you, they're doing whatever they want to do to this Stanford defense. And you kind of get the sense that Stanford's secondary right now has really tasted the speed and playmaking ability of the skill position players, and they're playing tentative. They're playing so far off, Mark. Wow. They're just not wanting to challenge these guys and have them just blow past them. And you can't play scared like that in the secondary. You just can't.
McCaskill with a strong run. 3rd and 2, and they're going to move the chains with another tough run by McCaskill. Sinclair making the tackle. What's up, Q?
Gentlemen, it's not that cold, first of all. I mean, if you think this is cold, you got problems, because winter's coming. It's about 40 down to 37.
I have problems then.
I'm from Miami. Come on.
Coach Prime told me stay in the now, and now's been a theme for this group all week long. Like, he's impatient. He wants everything now. He wants it faster than FedEx. Second thing is Travis Hunter, from field level, his yards after catch, his running ability, the ability to plant, make guys miss. His legs look like they've got more energy, more pop than they did when we were here earlier in the year against Colorado State.
Yeah,
maybe that, Lewis, maybe that's from the time off. I don't know, but he just looks more confident and more deadly with the ball.
Coming back from that lacerated liver. You know, the great part of that story, the redemption story, was that he invited the guy that put him out of the game and lacerated his liver on the late hit in that game against Colorado State. Here's what he looks like on the defensive side of the ball.
You see, even with the great DBs, man, if you're not good at the line of scrimmage, they'll run past you. But he got it going then early afterwards. He's just such a naturally instinctive player to understand what defenses are doing and what the weaknesses are. And then right there, I mean, that's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous.
Shedeur Sanders complete over the middle. Nice catch and run by Xavier Weaver. Weaver out of Orlando, Florida.
You can just see right now, Colorado is just really focusing on them, on their execution, just running their plays that they want to get work on and continue to work on their efficiency.
What do you think about them going for it here?
I mean, this makes sense. It's one of those situations that, you know, if it was a closely contested game, you'd go for it in this kind of situation. So let's see how the guys handle it.
Little bunch set to the top of your screen. Sanders swarmed, swallowed, sacked back at the 42. And the Cardinal will have possession at the 42-yard line. And a disconsolate, disgusted head coach. Coach Prime on the sidelines. Kennelly with a nice charge to make the sack on Shedeur Sanders.
Having answers for the blitz. When you have a free runner coming at you, what are you going to do? That time Shedeur, he had Javon Antonio coming across the field on a shallow, just wasn't able to get it to him and didn't see him quick enough. But really, that's really the first hiccup that they've really had in their passing game so far when it comes to pressure. They'll get it worked out on the sideline.
Ashton Daniels at quarterback. Lamston started the game. They're going to hand it off on that little jet sweep. Jurasik stopped by Dominic.
I mean, you can see it right here. You're going to see the free runner coming right here and get in Shedeur's face. Now he has a wide receiver coming open on the shallow, which was Coleman coming across the field, or Javon Antonio rather. He just was not able to get it to him.
You can see coach's reaction. That pass incomplete by Daniels behind Bachmeier, and a late flag thrown. Marion Cooper in on coverage.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 3, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It was an easy call to make. You saw him grab Bachmeier as he was trying to put on the brakes and come out of the break.
Penalties a little bit of a bugaboo tonight,
yeah,
right?
They
9 for 79.
They have definitely ticked up. And I'm sure, you know, in a game like this is when coaches typically really lay into their football team in the film session the next day, coming off of a win like this, just to make sure that they keep the players in check and keep them always looking to improve.
This is Smith, a gaping hole up the middle all the way down to the 26-yard line. Cooper making the tackle. Q.
The standard is the standard, Lewis.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And that is something that Dion believes in wholeheartedly. That it's not just about winning. It's not just about putting the W up. It's how did you get the W? What was the standard of play? How clean was your execution? And he's going to find a lot of things to clean up with this win, if they in fact wind up winning this game.
Daniels downfield, incomplete. Intended for Roush. Really, shoulder fade.
What you see here is the difference in quarterback play, Mark, right? I mean, you see how accurate Shedeur is on all areas of the field, both horizontally and vertically. And this is just something, again, that Stanford's just going to have to find a guy. If he's not on the roster right now, they have to get a quarterback to be able to take advantage of these weapons they have on the perimeter, because it just holds them back.
Right.
It makes everything too difficult.
They got some guys there between Farrell and Bachmeier. Iomano as well. On 3rd and 3, there's one of them complete, and it's going to be 1st and goal Cardinal. Iomano.
See, that's nice execution. That's nice execution.
Got 17 on the play.
You see Iomano get inside leverage. The ball is put on him, and then he can catch and run with it, turn into a running back immediately on the short pass and get that rack, run after the catch.
From Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. First and goal, Stanford. They fake the jet sweep. Here's Smith bouncing it inside the 5, down to the 3. Trevor Woods, a returnee from last year, making a touchdown-saving tackle. 6-yard gain.
I've seen a number 22 with the last name of Smith make a run like that before a time or two. Nice feet behind the line of scrimmage.
Here he is again, trying the other side of the line. And didn't find any success. Shiloh Sanders tackles E.J. Smith. Smith did some good things late in the game against Oregon a couple of weeks ago, and that had Coach Troy Taylor thinking that he was going to get him a few more touches, but he'll come out of the ball game here on 3rd and goal. What do you like in terms of a play call for Stanford here?
Look, I would be trying to get the ball, quite honestly, to Uriset, number 84, the tight end, or again, getting it to Io Manor, who has been a guy who's been able to win at the line of scrimmage one-on-one.
Little bootleg action. Ran into some traffic. Up for grabs. And incomplete in the end zone. And a flag down as well. Not sure about the discernment of Ashton Daniels. That was up for grabs.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 men on the field. Half the distance to the goal.
Wow.
Replay 3rd down.
That is the 10th penalty against Colorado. And Charles Kelly's defense with the 10th one.
And you can see again, Coach Prime is not happy. These kind of procedural type things in terms of personnel substitutions in critical situations, those are the kind of things that you have to be able to master, and those kind of things that have to run smoothly.
Travis Hunter back in for the first time on defense on this drive. 3rd and goal coming up.
The ruling on the field of 12 men on the defense is under review.
Review the penalty. They're going to take a look, and we're going to pay some bills and be right back after this.
Yeah, there you see the 12 players on the field that the officials were reviewing. It's plain as day. And again, those procedural issues in terms of getting the right personnel on the field, those are the kind of things you practice all the time, especially 24 hours before the game in that last final walkthrough. And you can see right now, defensive coordinator Charles Kelly is still not happy about how that process is going on the sideline.
E.J. Smith in the backfield, 3rd and goal. Jet sweep, touchdown Cardinal. He's not going to lose many foot races. Bryce Farrell with the touchdown, and they're on the board. Man, that turbo kicked in.
Yeah, look, he has got legit game-breaking speed. But I can tell you what, the story right now, Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator for Colorado, is fuming. Fuming. You can't come out of an official review with stoppage of play and still have personnel substitution issues. It just can't happen.
Yeah. Stanford going to go for 2 here. Casey Filkins in the backfield. Daniels the quarterback. Daniels looking to throw, got his man, and a good hit short of the end zone. And Jurosik will come up short. Carter Stoutmeyer was the first guy to get there, and that's not a good look or scene for Ben Jurosik. Leading receiver, the tight end for the Cardinal.
He took a shot right on that left arm as Stoutmeyer put the hit on him right there at the goal line to keep him out. Feels like he's already got a brace on that shoulder. That doesn't look good.
Look at Ben Urasek, and you can see him being assisted off the field by the athletic training staff. The anguish etched across his countenance as you look through and into his helmet. He is in severe pain. Took a shot on that left shoulder. Twice, it seemed like, on that two-point attempt. .9:01 to go in the third. Stanford on the board, and the vibe here in Boulder has been palpable all year long.
He's top notch, man. You know, the way he changed Jackson State, we're going to do the same thing here.
We were bad last year, so it's important that a lot of people are rallying behind him and kind of feeling the football spirit again.
The whole thing is huge. He's exploded this whole town.
This is going to rejuvenate the program and keep us going for years on end.
Having him here means everything to this community. We coming.
What has campus been like during the last 6 weeks?
It's been so hectic.
Everyone's just excited for something new.
Yeah, we've been begging for a good football team for a while, so any sort of hope is awesome.
Everyone's almost on the same page, you know. It's almost like one collective community.
It's nothing like we've seen it before. Boulder it's the place to be right now.
They estimate that the prime impact per game is approximately $15 to $18 million for a Colorado home game. Pass complete. That's Antonio, who caught that 43-yard pass late in the game against Arizona State last week in the comeback win. There's a look at some of the cogent, pertinent numbers. $28 million in donations to the athletic department prior to the start of the season.
Yeah, that's not hype. Okay, those are real hardcore numbers. Like, people want to say that this is just all about
Edwards on the catch.
About hype and flash. No, there's substance to what Dion is doing. There's substance. He's a football guy. He's also a very charismatic individual who people want to be around, learn from, glean from, be affected, be positively impacted by. Kids are going to want to play for him. And I can see why.
Here's Shador. Edwards with a catch. Good open field tackle right near the line of scrimmage. Ramos limits the gain to 1, and out-of-state applications to Colorado since the success of the football team are up 41%.
People love to be associated with winning, with winners. It makes them feel good. It inspires them. It makes them want to be better. It's not that hard to understand why he's having the impact that he's having. He's won at everything he's done, ever.
On 3rd and 4, they're going to get the first down, and then some. That's Hankerson bowling his way up the middle, but there's a flag down. Let's see if this stands. Anthony Hankerson did not start tonight. It was McCaskill.
Holding. Offense. Number 65. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
The penalties are coming so frequently, I can count them as they happen. That is 11 now.
Now it's on left guard, Jack Bailey. You're going to see him right here. You're going to watch him. He's just going to hook the defender as he starts to lose him on his edge. It's just a natural reaction that happens whenever you get beat on an edge like that and you feel as though your player is going to make a play. You reach out and grab him.
11 penalties, 91 yards, 3rd and 13 as a result. Back at their own 40-yard line. Sanders steps up. Eludes some rush. Again. Sanders slings it. Hunter won't get there in time. And it's going to be 4th down. So the Cardinal defense will get off the field. Good job by them on that sequence.
That's about as good a job as they've done of keeping their eyes on the quarterback, matching the patterns down the field, not letting anybody get behind them too much to where Shador can exploit it, and then keeping the rush. And you see right there the coaches patting David Bailey, the outside pass rusher, the edge rusher for Stanford, on the back for making him throw that ball, ultimately an incomplete pass.
Bassett with his first punt of the night. And it'll roll. They'll have a chance to down this inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. And in between, let's enjoy some of the quotes from Coach Prime.
who is sway if I ain't sway? Woo!
It's prime time every day. It don't stop.
It's already taken care of because I'm bringing my luggage with me. And it's Louis.
I'm back.
Hold on. Oh, no. Do you believe in that? Huh?
Yeah, take a picture of the score if you're a Boulder, Colorado CU fan. They lead 29-6, but the Cardinal got a nice stop and got off the field a moment ago. They've got 97 yards to go. Daniels finds his man. Iomanner still on his feet. One man to beat. He's going to score. The Cardinal touchdown. Trying to make a run. 97 yards in a blink.
That's what we're talking about. The explosive plays. This is what Troy Taylor wanted to have done. Watch him again. Watch him set up at the line of scrimmage and watch the corner, Amari Cooper, fall down. And then from there, look, Iomanner is showing you why I keep saying these guys have skill on the edges. They have game-breaking skill on the edge. They just need to settle on the quarterback. And to me, Ashton Daniels looks like he needs to be that guy from now on. He needs to be the guy.
A career long for Iomanner. They're going to go for two. Empty formation. Daniels surveys. Incomplete. And no flag. Broken up by Slusher. Miles Slusher knocked it away from Iomanner. Number 13, Iomanner on Friday the 13th. Yeah, shocked and amazed at what just transpired. Cardinal right back in this football game, Lewis.
What did head coach Troy Taylor tell us about these kids? He said that he tells them all the time that they inspire him for their resilience, their stick-to-itiveness, their never-say-die type of attitude, the kind of pressure they put on themselves to try and raise their game when things are going bad. They really do feel bad when they don't perform at a high enough level that will result in wins. And you can see it. There's no quit at all in this football team. They may not be as talented as the teams they've gone up against so far this year, but they will not quit. And they do have some players, and they do have some young guys coming in this recruiting class in 2024.
Yeah, he raves about the talent and the character and the makeup of his roster. And it's only going to be better. We had a chance to visit with a couple of them yesterday. And really bright, engaging, ambitious young men, both on and off the football field, and battling here back from a 29-0 deficit to make it a football game here in the third quarter. Stanford trying to snap that 4-game losing streak. After winning against Hawaii to open the season, they've since dropped 4 straight. Shedeur Sanders looking at first down and 10 from his own 25. Weaver at the top of your screen. He looks that way. Weaver with the catch at the 30, picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Hey, tomorrow afternoon on ABC and the ESPN app, 3:30 Eastern, Bo Nix, number 8 Oregon, taking on Michael Penix Jr. and number 7 Washington. College Game Day crew starts the morning in Seattle, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. That pass incomplete. Who do you like in that Oregon-Washington game?
Man, that is such a toss-up. I haven't seen much of Washington, but I have seen Oregon. And watching Oregon against Stanford get to prepare for this game, they have some absolute monsters on both sides of the ball up front. The bigs are impressive, absolutely impressive. I mean, that's a toss-up for me, but just because I've seen more of Oregon. But look, Michael Penix has just been, he's been killing it.
The guy that came out of the portal, a transfer, who's endured 2 ACL surgeries. That pass complete. Travis Hunter going to be stopped short of the first down.
Interesting situation here. Coach Prime sending the punting unit on.
Interesting.
Hey, look, this. I mean, I understand it. I mean, I get it. Although with the way your offense had been moving the football and, you know, the playmaking ability that you have in Shedeur, I may have considered going for it. But But this is an interesting situation for Stanford now, because, you know, now they've got a little momentum. Now they're starting to feel like, hey, maybe we can make some plays and get right back in this game.
He went against the trend of the analytics data. Second punt of the night for Bassett. And it's going to bounce in favor of the Cardinal. Out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line.
That's great field position.
Yeah, favorable. 1st and 10 from there for Daniels. The Cardinal offense, who struck on a 97-yard bolt to Iomanner on the previous sequence. 1st and 10 from there. Ashton Daniels came into the game tonight off the bench, did not start. Lamson was the starter, but Daniels has started the 4 previous games. Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator for Colorado, very familiar with Daniels because he was in Beaufort, Georgia several times recruiting Daniels. And remember seeing David Shaw on the same sidelines at practice, also recruiting him. Hands it off, little flea flicker. Has a man downfield in traffic, almost picked off. Went right back to Iomanner. Roderick Ward shaken up, but able to break that pass up alongside Travis Hunter.
That's a nice job by Ward. You're going to see him. He's going to come into your screen here. He's able to stay right down, basically down the middle of the field, not get sucked up off of the ball handling in the backfield, the play action, so to speak, and almost comes up with an interception.
Ward, a guy that coaches last week said had a great week, graded out well against Arizona State. E.J. Smith in the backfield. They're going to pass. Daniels downfield, back shoulder fade, caught. Iomanner got real estate in front of him. One guy to beat, races, scores, touchdown Stanford. They have come back with religious fervor here in the 3rd quarter. 60 yards.
We've got a ball game.
He beat Travis Hunter on that.
Absolutely. Look, Alec Iomanner is 6'2", 210 pounds. And I'll tell you, Travis Hunter has had some difficulties at the line of scrimmage, being physical, staying in phase with wide receivers. And that time was just a little bit of a back shoulder fade. And Iomanner does the rest.
Wow. We got a 10-point ball game in a blink. A 19-0 run by the Cardinal. With 4:45 to go. What went right here for the Cardinal?
You're going to see Iomanner right here, and you're going to see him go, and it looks like he's taking it up on a 9 route, a go route. But then he kind of throttles it down, and the ball's thrown back shoulder. And when that happens, sometimes that disorients a corner who's trying to catch up on the go route, and he has to put on the brakes also. But as you see right there, Travis got disoriented. Safety overruns the play. And from there, Iomanner does the rest. And he has shown you he is a big play threat now.
And I'll tell you one thing here. The silence is deafening from the sellout crowd of over 52,000 at Folsom Field.
Big plays, chunk plays. We talk about them at all levels of football, how they can flip a game on its head in a hurry. And these guys have always had the players on the perimeter to get that done, and now the quarterback is getting it to him.
You were just telling us that at the production meeting last night, that there is some wonderful skill for Stanford offensively. Look at the stark difference between first and second halves so far.
Just 2 big plays have changed this game around just like that.
How does Colorado get it back going offensively? Because they stalled out with a 3-out last sequence.
I think right now is when you see Shedeur Sanders take over, okay? This is one of those times where he goes over there and Coach Prime says to him, now's the time. Now, you have to put out the fire now. Start making some plays, whether it be with your arm or your legs.
He hands it off on 1st and 10. It's going to be a 2-yard gain by Anthony Hankerson. He is the biggest of the tailbacks in the backfield. He and McCaskill. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Got 3 receivers out to the left of Shedeur Sanders. Trying to find the rhythm in this offense again. As time Throws a dart complete. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot the forward progress right near that first down marker. And they're going to give him the first down. It's Xavier Weaver on the other end of that laser.
Yeah, now this is where players separate themselves. Good from great, great from elite. And this is where Shedeur Sanders has to take over this football game.
Under duress and sacked back at the 22-yard line. Colin Wright came off the corner. And a great sack, the third of the night. And a frustrated Coach Prime.
You're just going to see a little corner fire right there from the top of your screen. And they don't pick it up. Again, answers for the pressure. That was still only, I believe, a 4-man rush. It was a simulated pressure. Confused the offensive line. They got a new starting right tackle for Colorado.
2nd and 10, he won. Pass complete. That's number 4, Antonio. They've given up 33 sacks on the season. That's the most in FBS. 12-yard gain on the play that time.
Big third down here. Big third down for Stanford and Colorado. Colorado needs to possess the football and get their mojo back.
Little pressure off the edge again. Got rid of it and got it to his guy, but there's a flag down. Hunter makes the catch for the first down, and Sanders got rocked. And that might be the nature of the flag we saw. And he's in a little bit of discomfort right now.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 4. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
A 12-yard pickup stands. Look at the hit.
Yeah, you're going to see Scotty Edwards, the safety, coming off the edge. You see he puts his face mask right into the rib cage of Shedeur Sanders.
He's going to hand it off here. Hankerson brought down after a 1-yard gain.
You notice the tempo that Stanford's playing with. You notice how the way that they're hitting now, they're running and hitting, it's picked up. It's amazing what some good fortune on the opposite side of the football does for your psyche in the way you start running to the football. It's having a trickle-down effect.
2nd and 9. 5 wideouts. They go empty. Sanders feels the pressure and had it batted and picked off at the 45. Intercepted? No. It hit the ground. Sinclair off the carom by Tafiti. Oh, he dropped it.
You got to come down with those if you're Stanford. You got to come down with those.
Wow.
That's a big-time opportunity to give your offense the football again, almost at midfield.
Tafiti got a hand up, and Sinclair couldn't finish the job.
And there you see him on your screen. He was dropping in coverage, and then once Shedeur broke the pocket.
3rd and 9, gets rid of it quickly. Hunter trying to make something happen. He's going to be stopped up short of the first down at the 46-yard line by Fausto Ramos. So what are they going to do? Offense still on the field.
Looks like they're going for it here.
Yep, Sean Lewis making the call.
Who do you get it to? Who's the guy who's been making plays? You go to number 12, you go to Travis Hunter, you run him across the field in some kind of shallow.
Sanders retreating, in trouble, and Stanford will take over on downs. Good pressure by Lieber.
What a nice job by Stanford of showing blitz and then just drop it out and playing coverage, playing standard coverage, rushing with 4. You're going to see it right here. Just look at all these guys up in the line of scrimmage and then watch them just drop out and just clog the throwing lanes, and the pass rush is able to get there. That's great team defense.
We're going to have some grounding here as well.
Action. It's first down, Stanford.
Just going to take over on downs. Boy, the Cardinal have flipped the script on the Buffaloes here in the second half so far. Down by 10 with the ball in Colorado territory.
First and 10, Stanford at the 33.
Complete at the 32 to E.J. Smith. And it has turned temporarily, eerily silent over the last several minutes. Pick up a 4.
You can just see that Ashton Daniels has really settled into a nice groove, was trying to get Io Manor the ball down the sideline again. Saw that it was covered, got his eyes back to the middle of the field, checked the ball down. He's found a nice rhythm for himself.
Looking at Io Manor. Finds him. Forward progress will be marked at about the 19.
Another first
Working
down.
against Stoutmeyer. 13 is putting some money on tape here tonight.
He absolutely is. They have found something here. They have I think they've settled on their quarterback now. They found who they want to go after and who they want to use.
There's E.J. Smith. Found a crease on the right side. And good fill that time. And tackle limits that gain. Pick up a 3 on the play. Trevor Woods. Woods, one of the few holdovers from a season ago that is a starter here at Colorado. 2nd and 7. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter of play. If you went to walk the dog thinking this game was over and came back and saw it's a 10-point game, hope your dog got his business done. You'll want to stick around for the last 15 minutes. Under the lights here in Boulder, great finish coming up. It's the Pac-12 After Dark. Lewis, incredible turnaround offensively by the Cardinal in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they have found their quarterback, and the quarterback has started to develop some chemistry because he's been on the field consistently with this wide receiver core, in particular, Alec, Io Manor. If you're a Stanford Cardinal fan, I think you see they've got some talent. They just need to get some bigs, and this program will be on its way.
Daniels surveys, finds his target inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. That's Farrell complete. As we take a look at our game track brought to you by American Express. 8-yard gain on that last play. Look at that turnaround in the 3rd. Very pronounced. 206 yards in the quarter. Colorado just 60, marked by a couple of 3-and-outs. That last pass incomplete.
If I'm Colorado right now, I am going, where is 13?
You look at Io Manor. They're going to review that last one. There's number 13 right there. But he went under the radar during recruiting because it coincided with COVID, when a lot of things went sideways. Here's one more look at it.
You see Daniels trying to get this to Farrell. You see that right foot. Does it ever come down? The ref is obscuring the view. I don't think he got a foot down.
No.
And he's out of bounds. Ashton Daniels just needed to pull that trigger a little faster. Farrell was coming open. He just has to anticipate it a little bit, and that is something that will come as these guys work together a little bit more as well. It's a nice job by safety Miles Slusher.
The ruling of the field is confirmed. It's an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
If he releases that sooner, that's an easy catch. He just has to anticipate the break and put it on him. But again, that'll come with time.
3rd and 7. Red zone offense has been an issue for the Cardinal this year. They're 7 of 13 on 3rd down tonight.
I'm looking for Io Manor. I'm looking for Tiger Bachmeier, who's at the top of the screen in the slot. Right here and right here. Those are the 2 guys.
Little blitz coming. Out and up. Io Manor couldn't hit him. And a flag down at the 18-yard line. He was working against Stoutmeyer, but man, Colorado brought people.
They did, but you know what? They picked it up just enough to where Iomanner runs the slant and go, the double move, and he's open. Ashton just misses him. He just misses him. Should have been a touchdown.
Yeah. See what this flag is about.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Offense. Number 2. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, we just received word from Stanford Sports Information and athletic training staff that Jurasek, their leading receiver, tight end, is finished for the night with an injury. That has a big impact on their offense. 3rd and 22. Back at the 31. Daniel's going to be sacked for a loss of 1 on the play.
By number 29,
Roderick Ward, the first guy to get there.
I think we're going to get a personal foul. I think we're going to get it on Travis Hunter. They're going to catch the second guy retaliating. I think we're going to wind up getting the 1st down.
Wow.
Right here, you're going to see Ruben, and you're going to see Travis right
After
here.
the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 12, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
So that's the composure part of the game, but you just have to keep it. And right now, when you're starting to feel the pressure, that's when you have to really consciously lock in.
12th penalty, Lewis, against the Buffaloes. And that one pejorative, really severe. Gives them a 1st down and another opportunity as E.J. Smith comes into the backfield. Look at the discrepancy in penalties. There's going to be an entire reel on penalties, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, it goes without saying what the team meeting is going to be like tomorrow, regardless of how this game turns out. But right now, Stanford has got something with Alec Iomanner in terms of the whole route tree he's been running tonight. He has been on it.
On the reverse, little jet sweep actually, and Farrell going to be stopped up for little gain. Trevor Woods making a tackle. Boy, Trevor Woods, number 43 for the Buffaloes, one of the real unsung heroes of that defense. Remember him from the first game of the year, that interception he made in the end zone against TCU. Said he wanted to stay when he heard that Coach Prime was going to be leading the team this year.
If you're Troy Taylor, do you come right back down here to Iomanner again and run another double move down here at the bottom of the screen? You had him before.
Looking that way again, now going through the progression. At the 8, complete. And out of bounds at the 2-yard line, it's Bachmeier. Made a good move on Travis Hunter. And it's 1st and goal for Stanford.
Again, you're seeing the athleticism of Ashton Daniels getting out on the edge. Bachmeier, the true freshman, showing you why they're as high on him as they are. I saw him almost make a spectacular catch earlier in the game. He just couldn't control it all the way to the ground.
1st and goal coming up.
We have another personnel substitution issue going on over here for Colorado.
Daniels trying to get some help from behind. We got a flag down. They're going to spot it short of the end zone. And the reaction of Charles Kelly, the defensive coordinator, tells you everything you need to know right now. His blood pressure popping right now. It is not 120/80. Yeah, I mean, he's upset.
This is a pressure-packed situation. Like we talked about earlier in this football game, this is another one of those situations.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Illegal substitution, defense, 12 men on the field. Offside, defense. Number 55, that penalty's declined. We're going to replay first down.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher, all right.
And you can see the look on Coach Prime's face. He challenged this entire football program this week on the details, and right now they're unraveling.
Lamson in the ball game. New quarterback, more of a runner. Gonna keep it. Touchdown, Stanford. They keep on coming. Justin Lamson with his first score of the night. Travis Hunter trying to figure out what is happening right now, along with 52,000 of his friends. A 25-0 run by the Cardinal have made it a one-score game. And Lamson with his second rushing touchdown of the season, second of his career. And he caroms it in off of the upright. It's a field goal game with Colorado tenuously holding on to the lead.
I mean, you can just see the line of scrimmage. Stanford is starting to win it, and they're starting to play with more attention to detail, more physicality, and you can just see Coach Prime is fuming.
Listening to what your heart says.
Well, coming up next, Sports Center from Los Angeles, Stan and Linda. We'll chat with star player from our game tonight, NBA top pick Wemby plays his first preseason game in San Antonio, plus the latest injury news across the NFL, including quarterback concerns in Cleveland and New York. All that and more. Sports Center, Stan and Linda. Well, with 12:50 to go, it's not quite, as Shedeur Sanders likes to call it, Brady time, but they might want to start trying to find the rhythm of their offense again. And how do they do that?
Yeah, what's happened, look, it starts with protection up front. Obviously, he had good protection in the first half. Defensive coordinator Bobby April from Stanford has found some things that have been working against this shuffled offensive line for Colorado, namely the starting right tackle. They're on their third right tackle. So the pass rush has started to affect this game in a way it wasn't earlier.
Shedeur on the play fake, hits Hunter, complete for the first down at the 36. Picked up 11 on that play.
I think the most important thing for Colorado is to keep their composure. Their best players have to settle down, namely guys like Travis Hunter, who's been struggling tonight in coverage one-on-one, and then the costly personal foul penalty on the scoring drive previous.
Edwards in the backfield beside Sanders. Clean pocket, shot downfield, got a man, caught. Weaver with the reception, got in behind Colin Wright, and the Buffaloes sprinting to the line of scrimmage.
That's exactly what they needed. Now just keep the accelerator down is what they're thinking. They've got, hit them with the big play.
48 yards, 1st and 10 from the 16. They're gonna run it. Edwards met. He'll lose a half a yard on the play.
Now you start to see certain things start to declare themselves. Obviously, Colin Wright has struggled in coverage, the corner for Stanford, number 6. He struggled all night long, dealing with a little bit of a lower leg injury, hasn't been able to play to top speed, and they've gotten after him a little bit. You would assume that Sean Lewis continues to target him in one-on-one situations anytime they can get him singled up.
Into the end zone. Touchdown! Hunter held on to it after he took some smoke from Lieber. Teammates wanted to help him out. Hunter says, I got it. Remember, he suffered a lacerated liver 4 weeks ago. Another look.
That's how you're supposed to respond.
Wow.
If you're a big-time player. And let me tell you something. If you think that you can take that kind of hit and hold on to a football watching this game, I promise you can't. That is big time. Big time. And he has not had his best game, in particular on defense. They've gotten after him a little bit in coverage down the field. But that's how you make up for it.
An emphatic response led by Shedeur Sanders, who now is approaching 400 yards passing on the night. He's at 365. Mata with the extra point, and the lead back up to 10, and we got a flag down on the field. Hunter's got 11 receptions for 126 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
You can see he's still feeling the effects of that hit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a wicked hit right there. An offside safety comes across and is able to put a shot on your rib cage like that. That'll take your breath away and then some.
The try is good. Personal foul. Roughing the snapper. Defense, number 51. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Media timeout.
Hunter plays both sides of the football. That's why he's so assiduous and precise about his recovery. He'll go into one of those cryotherapy chambers tomorrow and be ready to go the day after that.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ram Trucks.
Looks like a lot of fun. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by Ram Trucks. This is Avocados from Mexico Tailgate Week. A lot of great tailgating going on here in Boulder. Let's go down to Q.
Well, Ben Yurcek came out of the locker room. He's on the sideline right now in a sweatshirt with his arm in a sling. He will not be returning to this game. That info comes from me. It does not come from Stanford's SID or their department. It was a severe injury to his left shoulder, suffered about a quarter ago, and it's amazing that Stanford's been able to launch this comeback without their best tight end in the game.
Yeah, great observation there, Q, because coming into the game tonight, he was their leading receiver with 227 yards. The Cardinals still very much in this football game, down by 10 with 11:18 to go. Smith and Farrell back for this kick.
Well, you know who the players are for Stanford offensively, that it's about players over plays now. You know you have to get the ball to Alec Manor, Tiger Bachmeier.
And Squibbit, it'll go out of bounds. Cardinal will take over first down and 10. Well, tomorrow afternoon on ABC and the ESPN app, 3:30 Eastern, Bo Nix, number 8, Oregon, squaring off against Michael Penix Jr., maybe the best quarterback in the country right now, and number 7, Washington. College Game Day crew starts the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. A couple of prolific offenses going in that game. Oregon averaging 51 points per game, and Washington at 46. And like I said, I love Penix Jr.'s story, coming back from 2 knee surgeries.
Kick off out of bounds. Kicking team number 17. The ball will be placed 30 yards from the free kick line. It's at the 20-yard line. First down.
Well, they've been able to manage, Stanford has, without Yurcek. Daniels complete to Smith. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. A host of tacklers led by Levante Bentley. First one to arrive. Bentley got the start today. Transfer from Clemson. Played there from 2019 to last season. 2nd and 12.
Anytime Manor's been down here into the boundary, and it has looked like single safety high, they have gone to him.
Looking his way, they find him, makes the catch out to the 30-yard line. Right at the first down marker, working against Carter Stoutmeyer. picked up 11. Man, that guy right there is like climate change. He's changed the temperature of this game.
You see that anytime they see that safety in the middle of the field, and Io Manor is one-on-one, they're going to him. It's like clockwork. They're just looking for it.
Again, working Stoutmeyer like a part-time job right now.
They have found what they've been looking for. And look at, he's just working the release. Stab outside, come back inside, sprint out of the break, put it on him, let him catch and run.
209 yards, and the meter is still running for Io Manor.
Now they've taken Travis Hunter.
Right. Travis saying, I got this, right? They call him the eraser. Daniels throws it up for grabs out of bounds. Good pressure up front
now
by Payne Jr.
Interestingly enough, Travis hasn't had his best game in coverage. Does that have something to do with the fact that he's playing all those snaps offensively? Offensively, the fact that he has 126 receiving yards on 15 targets, and now he's going up against their best wide receiver. Look, Coach Prime has said he's different. He's one of one. These are those moments where he has to show that.
Daniels on the toss to the wide side of the field. Nice cut by Filkins. Coming back after reversing his field and pushed out of bounds. They're going to spot it at the 45. So he picks up 12 on the play. Not the way it was drawn up, but great improvisation by Filkins here.
Man, what a heck of a run. And then just watch Ashton Daniels coming out here on the perimeter and just trying to get involved on Travis Hunter. So Io Manor can pick up a few, or rather Filkins can pick up a few extra yards.
1st and 10 from the 45 of the Buffaloes. Daniels incomplete at the 42-yard line. Hunter in on the coverage intended for Filkins. Ashton Daniels came into the game completing 60% of his passes. Was shaken up at the end of the game against Oregon a couple of weeks ago, but as Troy Taylor told us, his team had a good chance to get healthy during that bye week and go back to working on some fundamentals.
Time spent with the same people on the field naturally leads to familiarity, chemistry, and now it's coming down to these one-on-one matchups, man, which is what you love. This is money time.
Smith in motion.
Same
on the quick slant. Io Manor makes the catch. Still on his feet. Got spun around and is ready to crib this. There's a flag down at the 30. He's pushed out of bounds at the 16. There was a missed tackle by Travis Hunter on the play. Much to the dismay of their defensive coordinator, Charles Kelly. See what this flag is about.
I mean, Io Manor is just putting on a clinic as far as how to get off the line of scrimmage, get inside. Ashton putting it on him.
Offense.
Oh, it's going to come back.
10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
All for naught, but a great effort nonetheless. Io Manor, many of you probably don't know or have never heard of Medicine Hat, Alberta. I think it's within an hour of Calgary. That's where number 13's from, and he has been spectacular here in the 2nd half.
It's amazing how this happens, isn't it? You just got to, give a guy a chance. He starts building some momentum, and then he feels as though he can beat anyone, and he's going up against one of the best athletes in all of college football, and it's a great battle. Absolutely great battle.
It's been fun. 2nd and 5. There he is, lined up against Hunter. Found the spot in the defense, sat down, made the catch, and moved the chains. Bentley making the tackle.
It's a smart football. Just sit down in the zone void. And Ashton, get the ball out of your hands fast. One of the keys we talked about earlier in the broadcast, quarterbacks have to be quick with their decision making, and the more Ashton Daniels throws the ball, the quicker the decision making is coming.
His lungs appeared to be on fire there a little bit. He was breathing heavily. Hey, we're at altitude, remember.
Mine were on fire just walking up the steps of the stadium.
1st and 10, Daniels right back to his guy, Iomanner, and tackled immediately by Hunter.
You know what's interesting? Sometimes people say, well, if something works, why don't you just keep going to it until they stop it? Well,
yeah.
Troy Taylor obviously believes in that philosophy because he's run the same route, what, 5 times now in this drive? 5 times from the same spot against one of the best corners in college football, and it just keeps working.
9 catches for 241 yards. On the bootleg. Pass complete inside the 10 to Bachmeier. And Shiloh Sanders upset at his teammate down there. 13-yard gain.
That is a great route by Tiger Bachmeier. Sinking his hips, getting down in and out of the break. Just watch this. Press like I'm going upfield on the 9 route, lean into the defensive back, and then just put on the brakes and come out of it. I mean, that is a true freshman. He's going to be one of the building blocks of this program going forward.
On the handoff, nothing doing. They're going to lose a couple of yards. Bentley making the tackle on Filkins. 2nd and goal coming up. A loss of 3 on the play. Iomanner comes back into the ball game. Raines comes out.
Can somebody on Colorado's defense make a play? Can somebody stop the bleeding? Can somebody slow down Alec Iomanner? Are they going to cheat a safety over here and help Travis Hunter out?
At the bottom of your screen, Daniels looking that way, fires, juggled and caught. And then, boy, as you would imagine, Iomanner drawing a lot of attention.
It's fascinating, this battle right now. Because really, look.
He all over him like the plastic on your grandma's couch, man.
This is the kind of thing, how about that? This is the kind of thing that Coach Prime made. That's why he went to the Hall of Fame. Because they would put him on players in these kind of situations, and he would just shut them down. Just absolutely put their lights out. And he's asking Travis Hunter to do this despite the fact that he's been targeted 15 times as a wide receiver. Now it looks like they're having some substitution errors again.
Issues. One player trying to get off the field. Flag down. Pass incomplete, but you have a sneaky suspicion that this is going to go against Colorado's defense. Having personnel issues again.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12 men on the field. After the assist to the goal. 3rd down.
You've been doing a lot of counting tonight, Lewis.
Yeah, man, I'm actually using this feature a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I miss somebody? There's 11. What am I missing? Somewhat. Oh, he's all right. We just don't see him on the screen right here. But yeah, I mean, it is this, and it's been happening down inside the red area. Wow. That's where the issues have come.
Third and goal. Daniels into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Farrell. And it's a one-score game again. He beat Carter Stoutmeyer on the play. The Cardinals showing a lot of toughness and temerity coming back.
Just watch the route. Watch this little pivot route. In, back out. The Carter Stoutmeyer he's had a rough night as well. The secondary for Colorado on the edges have been exposed a little bit in this game by an underrated, but not anymore, skill position group of Stanford.
Extra point good. And it's a 3-point game again. Well, the smile that existed pregame has been erased from Coach Prime's face right now. And this is one of the reasons why. Daniels. We talked about Coach Prime being old school and not hesitant at all to make system failure corrections.
The guys are feeling the pressure over here. This game has gotten away from them a little bit, despite the fact that they still have a 3-point lead.
And they'll take it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Well, the last time Colorado had the football, it was a short 4-play drive resulting in a touchdown. We're going to take a timeout with 5:06 to go under the lights in Boulder. It's a Pac-12 after dark. Welcome back, everyone, to Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field. It's 11:37 p.m. Mountain Time, 1:37 on the East Coast.
And the best part of the game is yet to come.
Yeah, how about that? Still Friday the 13th here. Shedeur Sanders gets rid of it quickly, caught in the flat, and plenty of room. First down run by Dylan Edwards. That's the playmaker they wanted to get a lot of touches tonight. Picked up 17.
Great play call. Getting him out in space, outflanking the defense, and then just turn on the afterburners.
Edwards, the former Notre Dame commit, flipped his commitment, came to play at Colorado. Here he is again on the run. Kept those knees high and makes it out to the 49-yard line, picking up 7. Colorado very comfortable playing in close games this year. Look at that number, 4 of 6 decided by 8 or fewer points. And Shedeur Sanders has had 3 game-winning drives. This is the juncture of the game where he often performs with poise and aplomb.
You see there, they're using all of that play clock, trying to get some time off of the clock.
Edwards trying to get through the hole, then got rocked by Sinclair. Tristan Sinclair, 5th-year senior out of Alamo, California. A little bit too late, though. They moved the chains on the first down. Both teams with a full complement of 3 timeouts remaining.
You can see Coach Prime instructing Sean Lewis to slow it down, use all the time on the play clock. Let's try and shorten this game. Let's try and get out of here. And they're counting on Dylan Edwards and his running ability.
And there he is, Lewis. Got across the 45 down to the 43.
Stanford calls.
Makes the stop, and Stanford calls timeout.
We were just talking about that in the break. When does Stanford start using these timeouts? A couple first downs, and they see what the strategy is for Colorado to try and bleed this clock down. You got to save some time. You know that you have shown that you have quick strike ability. Now it's just going to be imperative that Bobby April, the defensive coordinator for Stanford,
He's done a nice job in the second half.
No question. Getting pressure on the quarterback, matching these patterns downfield in the passing game much tighter. They got to find a way to get off the field, get a stop, get the ball back in the hands of what has turned out to be an explosive. There you see Bobby April on your screen. He's found something as far as a rhythm with his defensive play calling here in the second half. Can he make the right calls? Can his guys get the right execution so they can get off the field one more time? For Colorado, looks like it's balling Dylan Edwards.
2nd and 7. Sanders keeps it on the option RPO and down to the 40-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 41. Bernadelle making the tackle for the Cardinal. And it's going to set up a 3rd down on the 3-yard gain. 3rd down and about 4 to go. Interesting play call coming up here. Still not quite in field goal range for Alejandro Mata. Lewis, when you're looking at 3rd and 4, Edwards has run the ball a couple of times on this drive. You got Hunter as a receiver. Which way do you lean here?
I think this has been the Dylan Edwards show right now. Do you get Shedeur out on the perimeter, a little bit of a run-pass option, meaning if he doesn't like the read, he can pick it up with his legs? It looks like Dylan Edwards, look, he's a mismatch issue for the Stanford linebackers. He's a mismatch issue for any linebacking core in college football right now. So do you really just continue to go to him in this situation?
Shedeur downfield, overthrows it. Intended for Hunter, and the Cardinal will have an opportunity. 4th and 4 coming up. He was open. Travis Hunter was open, and a rare misfire by Shedeur Sanders, who otherwise has been pristine throwing the ball tonight.
Yeah, it was a great route, great play call, clean pocket. Shedeur let it go early, as he is prone to do, because he throws with great anticipation. You just wonder, was there any kind of miscommunication in terms of the depth of the route? Did he expect him to be a little bit deeper, or did he just miss the throw? Because that's unlike him.
Got a whistle on the field. No timeout signaled.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
And you can see him just sitting over there thinking about that one. That's a throw that he has made time and time again this year in this 2023 season. You just wonder, did he just miss it, or was there something else? Because it was a great play call.
Yeah.
They had the matchup they wanted.
4th down and 9. They punt. Looking at the coffin corner here. And that's as coffin corner as it gets. Wow. Bassett with a tremendous amount of punting. Great accuracy, 45 yards. Wow. Placement.
That's big time. Big time. That third phase of the game, special teams, field position, especially in crucial situations like this, inside of 3 minutes.
Wow. He averaged 50 yards a punt last week against Arizona State, and he has earned ebullient praise from Coach Prime with his punting this season, and that one was clutch. Might be one of his biggest ones of the season. So the Cardinal 99 yards away. Filkins in the backfield, out of his end zone, pass complete to Iomanor, working against Trevor Woods. You give him a gain of about 9 on the play.
They continue to work this boundary side of the field, the short side of the field. Even with Travis Hunter over here, they don't care if it's split safety or single safety. 13 is the guy.
2nd and 1, empty formation. Daniels gonna take off, pick up the 1st down, steps out of bounds. They mark it at the 13, picked up 3. They'll move the chains. Stanford with 1 timeout remaining. Colorado with its full complement. Got to look at Josh Carty on the sidelines, their place kicker, who has a career long of 61. And at altitude, you might add a yard or 2. Filkins, the only back. Backside heat. High and incomplete, intended for Bachmeier. 1:55 to play, 2nd and 10.
Nice job of coverage by the Colorado secondary. Down here to the bottom of the field. They matched the patterns perfectly. Forced Ashton Daniels to pull it down and go backside to Bachmeier. It's time for this secondary to step up. They cannot continue to let Iomanor get going like he has.
Got a little bunch formation here. Daniels looks the other way. Incomplete, but a flag thrown against Stoutmire. He was covering Bachmeier. And we saw Stoutmire have words with some of his teammates and coaches a moment ago. Been a tough night for him, right, Lewis?
Yeah, that's an easy call to make right here. See in press coverage. They throw this back shoulder, and you run into the wide receiver and don't ever turn around and get your head around and look at the ball, which is hard to do in that situation. It's almost impossible for you to turn around when you're trailing a wide receiver and find the football. You just can't impede his ability to make a play on the ball, which is what he did.
1:50 to go. Daniels delivers a strike to his tight end. Roush picks up the first down and then some. Out to the 43, picked up 15. Playing with expedience right now.
You can see Charles Kelly trying to give these corners help by keeping the safeties deep, playing some split safety looks, because he knows anytime they go one-on-one, it's been a problem.
Complete. And brought down to the 47-yard line. Rubin. Trevor Woods with yet another tackle, limiting that gain to 5 yards. And Carty getting loose, hoping for an opportunity. He's 5 of 11 from 50 yards or more in his career. Still not even on the fringes of field goal range. Daniels looks back the other way. Boy, Hunter almost picked that off.
Risky, risky. He's just playing here, sitting here in the short flat. They're playing a cover 2.
What you coach Charles Kelly?
Yeah, I mean, he is, I'll tell you what, he is working hard tonight, man. It has been a tough night for his secondary, in particular here in the second half. They have just had no answers for this Stanford passing game, and they played a variety of different covers. 2 high looks, single high looks, press man, off man.
Iomeyer and Hunter at the bottom of the screen. Hunter jumped it, but Iomeyer got there first. What a grab for the first down.
Unbelievable. Individual effort by Alec Iomeyer.
He has been irrepressible tonight.
No foul on the play. No foul on the play. It's first down.
He wrested that ball away from Hunter. Picked up 7. 34 seconds to go. Incomplete. Went back to him again. And why not?
These two kids, Mark, they are just now, battling. Right? It's just one-on-one. That's what it is. They are both just dog tired. You can see after the play, they are both just walking back to the line of scrimmage, stumbling over each other. This is competition at its finest.
2nd and 10. Daniels complete. They're going to spot it inside the 30-yard line to Farrell.
A nice adjustment by Bryce Farrell, running the out route. Actually just running a little curl route and then just kind of hooked it back inside.
Pressure coming. Daniels got rid of it. Incomplete. He almost got sacked. Shiloh Sanders came in like a missile.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you have to disrupt Ashton Daniels' rhythm right now. Rushing with 4 is not getting there. You have to take your chances. You got to send 5 or more. And somebody's got to make a play out here on the edge for Colorado's defense. And if you're Stanford, you just keep going back to the well.
15 seconds. Daniels. Downfield incomplete. Iomeyer and Hunter glued to each other right now. 9 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10.
Still got a timeout.
One more play and then a field goal.
Still got one more play left. Yep. You still got the timeout in your pocket. Ball's got to come out quick. You can't take a sack. Can't lose the field position. You got Iomeyer at the top of the screen.
They got to get to the 19. Daniels on a quarterback run.
And call the timeout.
And he'll pick up a yard or 2. Roderick Ward making the tackle on the play. And Joshua Carty will come in and try and knot this game at 36 with 4 seconds to go. From this range between 40 and 49 yards, he's 17 of 18 in his career. A moment of introspection there. There's Sanders on the sidelines. This is going to be about a 46-yarder. On the season, he's 11-13. Made a 53-yarder against Oregon. That's his longest this year. From 46 yards out. Joshua Carty. For the tie. Drills it. And we're knotted at 36. And we will go to overtime.
2 trips to Boulder, 2 overtimes.
How about that?
Line them up.
Colorado State several weeks ago. And on Friday the 13th. Well, it's still Friday the 13th in this time zone. What a night. We're going to play some more football. Come back after this.
Hey, full-time fans, time for overtime. Brought to you by Modelo.
Has the option to play offense or defense first, or which end of the field we'll play on. Stanford, you're the visitor, so you'll call the coin toss. We got a heads with a star and a tails with the eagle. We're gonna let it hit the ground. What's your call? Tails. Tails is the call. It's heads. Colorado, you won. What would you like to do? You'd like to play offense first, correct? Where would you like to play? Which end of the field? All right, it'll be Colorado's ball at the 25-yard line. This end.
Well, Colorado wants to play offense first. Here's the reason why. Shedeur has been unflappable and unshakable in clutch situations. In tight situations, he has answered the call every single time. With 3 comeback victories, 3 game-winning drives, and so many big plays. This was last week against Arizona State in the desert, winning 27-24. As we take a look at the overtime rules presented by Modelo. Coin toss winner decides offense, defense, or end of field. Each team gets possession from the 25. Must attempt a 2-point conversion after this TD in the second overtime. So they'll start from the right hash. 1st and 10 at the 25. Anthony Hankerson at tailback. Hunter in space and gets down at the 16-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1. Hunter with his 12th reception. He got a $135 in yardage.
He's been electric all night working from the slot, man. He has done it all.
Hankerson with a yawning hole inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Nice job by the offensive line there, right?
Yep, when you're going to play soft coverage like this,
wow,
and you're going to leave those kind of gaps, and you're going to keep your safeties deep to prevent the passing game, the running game has to take over, especially when you're down here inside the 20-yard line.
Looking at Hunter, contact, no flag, good coverage by Ramos.
I think Ramos got away with one here.
Yeah.
And he definitely had Travis locked up just as he went into the end zone. I mean, they were both fighting with each other, but that has been something that has been called. And you see here the right hand.
Yeah.
He's got a hold of the jersey. Could have easily been called.
Instead, it's 2nd and goal. Been a quiet night for Harrison, the inside receiver. To the left right now. Shedeur fires, complete. Knee down. Hunter made the catch. They're going to spot it back at the 3.
You saw his left knee hit the ground there.
3rd and goal.
He tried to spin it back inside.
Antonio split wide to the bottom. Play clock running down to 15.
Stanford showing pressure, walked up, mugged up in the A gaps.
Sanders, touchdown, got it. Antonio. Shedeur Sanders delivers a dart for the go-ahead score in overtime to Javon Antonio.
And just watch this. He's going to fake like he's going to go outside, and then arm over and come back inside on the corner, Manley, and he's basically just going to overpower him. You see right there, he's able to slap down his hands and get back inside on the slant. This big man wide receiver winning the one-on-one battle.
Antonio playing with a heavy heart today, folks. A very heavy heart. One of his best friends, former teammate at Northwestern State, was tragically shot and killed just a couple of days ago. And Coach Prime has been counseling him, praying over him, getting him set up with a local pastor to try and massage his heavy heart right now. And what a moment it must be, a swirl of emotions for him right now. Colorado up by 7. And now it'll be the Cardinals' time with the football.
Interesting situation here. Again, you know the corners have struggled. Travis had his best game. Stoutmeyer hasn't had his best game. You haven't seen Cormani McClain in the game. They haven't called on him at all. In these crucial situations, somebody's got to make a play out here.
Filkins in the backfield. And we got a flag.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Oh, yeah. That one was easy.
This is where you just have to lock in, man. This is the most crucial situation in the game. You have to put this ball in the end zone. You have to lock in.
Back it up 5 yards.
And you've got the one-on-one again down here.
And that's where they come, battling.
Oh
what a grab!
God.
What a highlight! Io Manor! Mind your manners, what a catch!
That'll make your Sports Center top 10.
He took it off of Travis Hunter's hat.
Holy cow. Have a night, Alec Io Manor. Just watch this. The throw. He takes it, he traps it to his back of his helmet and pulls it off of it.
He peeled it right off of his dome for a touchdown. And we'll go into double overtime.
Wow.
He set a school record, 294 receiving yards.
Weren't they all? And they're all in the second half.
Hey, Travis, let me take this.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. These kids are balling tonight, 2 o'clock Eastern. I hope you're still awake.
You look, Io Manor from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. Played his prep football in Maine. Even Daniels, his own quarterback, Ashton Daniels, couldn't believe the extent and the catch. Neither could we. Sanders on 1st and 10 from the 25. Hankerson with a nice move, picks up 8. Down at the 12-yard line. Benadell making the tackle on the play. Hankerson stays in. Got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Sanders keeps it, made a nice move, and slides in safely right around the 11-yard line. Shedeur's got some elusiveness, doesn't he?
Great ball handling also. I mean, you would have thought he had handed that ball off. And yeah, he does. He has good short area quickness. Look, he can do it all, and he's going to need to do it all right here. He has to get his team here in the end zone. And his dual threat capabilities makes him all the more dangerous.
Taking a shot into the end zone. Out of bounds for Weaver. Working against Colin Wright. Ran out of real estate there on the sidelines. It'll set up a 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line in 2nd overtime. Antonio and Hunter split to the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, I like the matchup down here. Antonio against Manley. He just physically is a mismatch.
Shador. Incomplete. No flag thrown. The tight end, Michael Harrison, was the intended target, and Tristan Sinclair there defending.
Yeah, it looks like Sinclair grabbed him on top of the shoulder pad. May have pulled him down. Let's see if we got a good look at that. You can see what the crowd is complaining about there. You're going to see right there, he grabbed the inside of his jersey and the top of his shoulder pad.
That's interference.
That should have been called. That should have been called.
Instead, it's 3rd down and 10.
Showing blitz. Dropping out.
Lobs it up high for Hunter. There's the flag, incomplete. That'll be pass interference against Fausto Ramos. Ramos got away with one on the last sequence.
He sure did. He sure did. And look, and down here, there's going to be a lot of hand fighting. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of real estate. Things happen fast.
Defense, number 17. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal.
You can see here, he just, as he's running the get position on the wide receiver, you've got to kind of gauge the distance. You can't run right to him and run into him. You got to kind of start throttling down. It's so hard to defend the underthrown football. It's almost impossible because your momentum is going to carry you right into the receiver, and all he has to do is stop and you're going to run into him. That's why back shoulders and underthrown footballs have become a form of art, quite honestly, in football, because you know you're probably going to get the PI.
They've got their Rick Ross formation in. They brought in the extra defensive tackles. Hankerson bowed up, but was stopped short of the end zone. They've spotted at the 1.
It's a heck of a hit by safety Scotty Edwards, number 21.
Sure was. They brought in their defensive tackle, and they called that their Rick Ross package. They were trying to stay scheming there. See what Sean Lewis dials up on this play. Hankerson met right behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose some yardage. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Tremendous, impregnable defense that time by Stanford.
This Bernardell, this time you're going to see him just fire right there, number 0. One of their most intense, physical defensive players overall. Him and Sinclair, they are just all over the field, and they are coming up big so far in this overtime period.
3rd and goal.
I think you got to get the ball to Antonio. He's 6'4", 225 pounds.
Sanders going to pass it. Can't find anyone. On the move. Finally gets rid of it. Picked off in the end zone. Intercepted by Gilman, the leader of that secondary. And it'll be Cardinal football with a chance to win this football game. Big time pick by Gilman.
Just really good coverage in the back end across the board. Just watch how, as the routes declare, just watch how everyone plasters in this broken play situation. Once the play gets off schedule, just look how everyone has plastered. Everyone has found the guy to cover. That's what they call it. And then here, Gilman high points the football in the back of the end zone. That's good situational football on the part of Stanford in the secondary against one of the most dangerous dual threat quarterbacks in college football, to not give him any options and then come up with the turnover.
1st and 10 from the 25. Casey Filkins in the backfield. Quarterback Daniels will hand it off. Pardon me, he kept it himself, and they can play it rather conservatively here with one of the best place kickers in the Pac-12, Josh Carty, who tied it up with no time remaining with a 46-yarder a little bit earlier.
So how close do you want to get? How much do you want to risk?
Keep it in the middle of the field.
There you go.
Daniels falling forward. He's going to be left with about a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. Stanford will win it with a score here.
If you're Colorado, you're trying to do anything you can to mess up the ball handling with the quarterback. And if you're Daniels, you just want to cover up that ball.
Well, that's what he did and got the first down. It's got to be a helpless feeling by the defense at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to do anything you can to try and punch at the football and see if you can get it out. I mean, you can't just, you can't give up. You can't.
And in comes Carty.
Man,
they're going to try and end it right here.
An unbelievable second half.
Josh Carty from 31 yards out, trying to snap the 4-game losing streak with a strong second half for the win. The Cardinals storm into Boulder and run back to the farm in Palo Alto with the dub. 46-43 in a stunning comeback victory. Elik Iomana did a lot of the heavy lifting offensively, catching the ball in the second half with a school record reception. And this is officially the biggest comeback in school history for the Cardinal. Their first lead of the evening comes at the end of the game, 46-43. Troy Taylor's team showed tremendous resolve, and he's down with Q.
You know, a lot of people left at halftime, Coach, when you were down 29-0. What did you say to the guys at the break?
You know what? It was a really simple message. I was like, it wasn't very good first half. I want to see how you compete, and that was really it.
They didn't quit, they didn't sulk, and they started making plays. What got into Elik Iomana?
You know, he's always had a lot of ability. He's just a very young guy, inexperienced, and just need a little confidence.
What was your... You started dialing things up, it started to work, and you seem so poised right now. Like, I expect more joy out of you. Like,
no, I'm happy.
This had to be an incredible win, Coach.
I mean, for our guys to go what they've went through, had some games they could have won, to be down 29-0 on the road against a really good team, and just to continue to compete and believe. Have a number of times when they could have, you know, kind of succumbed. I'm just really proud of these.
What are these kids made of?
Oh, they're incredible. These guys don't stop. They continue to compete. They come in every week with an incredible focus and tenacity. I tell them they inspire me every day.
Biggest comeback in school history, Coach. Congratulations. And a memorable night.
Thank you very much. Go Card.
Well, he keeps saying that his players inspire him every day when he comes to work. Daniels is quarterback, one of those guys, and Iomana as well, as the Cardinal snap their 4-game losing streak and will take on UCLA next week. What a game here. This is Pac-12 After Dark. Sports Center coming up next for Louis Riddick, Quinn Kesenick, our entire talented team behind the camera you never get a chance to see. I'm Mark Jones. So long from Boulder.